Hey folks, Dylan Funk here live at Ottawa High School. Just wanted to check in with everybody. Everything is going according to plan. No technical difficulties or anything like that. JV boys game ran over a little bit and had a couple other things to sort out here in the gym. So we are just getting the pregame warm-up started. 15 minutes. We got to wait until we get starting lineups and opening tip-off underway here in this one. So Denny and I, we will step aside, and we are going to be back here momentarily in the S&S Body pregame show as we get this Friday night started here. Chieftains and the Cyclones doubleheader coming up on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll see you guys in a bit.
This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving the kick out, trying to go back-to-back. Buckets for Emerson Maslak. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shawnick back the other way, weaving her way through, surveying up the court. Finds Schooler, takes it inside and finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three. Hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton. Gets around Marsh. Count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Back at it again, live here. Another Friday night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here live at Ottawa High School. Tonight's doubleheader between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and Ottawa Cyclones. As always, presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600. Girls game going to be starting here in about just under 10 and a half minutes from now. JV boys game, a thriller. Wait a little bit longer, so we're going to be just a touch behind here tonight, but no problem at all as we welcome you into the S&S Body pregame show. And Denny, let's talk about this girls matchup here. You got yet another matchup. Two of the top 10 teams in 4A. The number 6 Lady Chieftains. We last saw them on Tuesday in what no doubt was a record-setting comeback win in overtime against the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Oh, boy, was it fun to watch, too. Come back from 11 and go on to win it in overtime.
What a thriller it was. It moves the record now to 5-2. They were number 11, number 12 in 4A. Now they've jumped up to number 6 off of that win. Plus 3-1 in Frontier League play. 2 of those wins coming against the Broncos and the Bulldogs, like we just mentioned.
Right.
Your first wins in program history against those respective teams. This team's coming in with a lot of momentum here tonight. 55-50 was the final, like we mentioned, in overtime. They outscored the Baldwin Bulldogs 24-8 in the fourth quarter and into overtime. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff, and it was on the back of Alyssa Shonix, which she finished with 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 of those points coming in the second half.
Yeah, she was almost not heard from in the first half, and then come on and pour in. What'd she end up with, 15?
17.
17, yeah.
15 in the second half after having just 2. I initially had her as scoreless, so I missed 2 points somewhere off the official stats. Like I say, I'm not the official scorekeeper. Right. I'm usually pretty within range, and I was just short of her 2 points. But 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. So now they come in, they face the Ottawa Cyclones. This is the second time these two teams have met. It will be the first in official Frontier League play, however. It was back on Saturday, December 13th in Garden City at the Round Ball Classic Championship game. Ottawa won it 60-55, and it was a close game then. And we had close games with these two teams last year as well. They split with the home teams winning in each game, and in each of the home game last season, the home team won by 3 points. So if history's going to say anything, expect a great one again here tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one, partner. We're looking forward to it.
As always, over on that other side, we'll get into it more in the player spotlight for Ottawa, but when you talk about the Lady Cyclones, you have to talk about their phenomenal junior, Leah Askins-Dietrich. Another one, yes. We talk about Shawnick. We've seen her grow from a freshman now to a senior already. I don't know how that's possible, but we've seen Askins-Dietrich from her freshman season just now into her junior campaign, not even halfway through it yet. She's one of the best players in the state, and we're going to be seeing her and Shawnick going one-on-one with each other all night long tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a treat.
Yeah, it's going to be a treat to watch. You're right, partner. And especially when you have 2 highly touted players in the backcourt going against one another. That's really something to watch because they're going to have the ball in their hands a lot.
Both teams getting all league selections and all state mentions a season ago. Now we're ready for their second matchup of 3 total, not even including any postseason matchups potentially that we'll have a little bit later on. We'll be back here with more in the S&S Body pregame show after this on Tongi Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Welcome back to the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, as always, here with you all throughout the evening tonight. We're about 4:45 away from tip-off in this one, so just about 15, 16 minutes behind schedule. Real quick, let's take a look at our player spotlight tonight presented by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. And talking about over on that Ottawa side, I mentioned her before in the last break, Leah Haskins-Dietrich, the star junior for Ottawa. She's the leading scorer, as you would expect, 24 points per game. Remember last year, Denny, she was limited with an injury. We didn't get to see her in the second matchup against the Chieftains. Fairly limited in the first last year as well. So it's going to be really exciting to see her out here tonight. And Adelaide Price, the second leading scorer, at 12.5 points per game, roughly. And the Cyclones do come in a little bit shorthanded, at least. One of their starters, Hadley Watts, unfortunately out for the year, a torn ACL. That happened against this last matchup against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. So that will be a little bit of a difference. How big of a difference? We'll have to wait and see. How about over on that Chieftain side, Denny? You got a player or two that you're really keeping your eye on tonight for a big night.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I think obviously the big thing is the Chieftains need to score in the paint. And, that all comes down to how Addie Schooler does. And, of course, Alyssa Shonix, who's going to be serving it up. So that inside-out game is going to be extremely important. But, the other players are going to have to step up and hit open shots, too, because they tend to collapse on Schooler when the ball goes in the paint. That means somebody's open. So whoever that may be, they're going to have to step up and knock down some jumpers. Yeah,
definitely going to be somebody. I'm kind of looking the way of Ashlyn Bruni maybe tonight. Went 6-6-3 against Baldwin. That's season highs in points and rebounds.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
She's been a starter in every game. We mentioned with Emerson Maslak now pursuing wrestling. Bruni has found herself in that starting spot.
Yeah.
Having a career-high performance on Tuesday, maybe that gives her the confidence boost coming into tonight. Maybe she's going to be the one that steps up and has the big game. Or is it going to be somebody else? We'll have to wait and find out.
Well, Herrera's been pretty consistent from the three-point stripe this year.
Oh, yeah.
So, you got to keep an eye on her. If she can knock down some shots from the line, then they'll be able to open up that middle a little bit more for Schooler down in the paint.
Without a doubt, so far the best three-point shooter on the team is Jayla Herrera, also tying his season high 11 points against Baldwin. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist is what her final line looks like. Going to need every bit of it here tonight to knock off number 3 in 4A in these Ottawa Cyclones. We're going to have starting lineups and first tip for you coming up next. You've been watching the SNS Body pregame show.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie. Offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Are you ready?
All right, coming out of the break, getting ready for the starting lineups tonight. And these starting lineups, as always, are going to be presented by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small-town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com.
Senior number 1, Alyssa Schoening. The 5'7" senior number 2, Kaylee Baldock. The 5'8" sophomore number 12, Ashlyn Bruni. The 5'2" senior number 22, Jayla Herrera. And a 6'1" junior number 3, Eddie Schmuller. Head coach of the Chieftains is Austin Everett. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Ottawa Lady Cyclones. A 5'3" sophomore, number 1, Natalie Price. A 5'6" sophomore, number 20, Kirby Evans. A 5'8" junior, number 32, Leah Askins Dietrich. A 5'8" senior, number 34, Ainsley Michael. And a 6'1" senior, number 42, Dylan Nichols. The head coach of the Lady Cyclones is Matt Skirvin.
There you go, your starting 5 for the Chieftains and the Cyclones. No changes for the Chieftains. Schoening, Baldock, Bruni, Herrera, and Schooler. On the other side, you've got Price, Evans, Askins, Dietrich, Ainsley Michael, and Dylan Nichols. As we are ready to get this one started, the second matchup of the season, the first in Frontier League play between these two teams. A battle of top 10 teams in Class 4A. You cannot ask for much better on a Friday night in January. In the middle, and the opening tip is won by the 6'1" Addie Schooler, and we are underway here, game 1 of our doubleheader on Tongi Sports Live tonight. Chieftains swinging the ball around, an early 3 put up. Jayla Herrera is short, but the long rebound tracked by Schoening, guarded by Askins Dietrich, who picks her pocket. And a quick takeaway, and back on the other end, can't get 2 points. Putback is no good either. Addie Schooler with the rebound. What a way to start this one. And whistles blow, and it will stay at this end with the Chieftains. Getting a nice courtside view tonight on our game camera. Alyssa Schoening will inbound this one here, Denny, and lob in at the elbow. Schooler, quick handoff to Bruni. Quick fastball movement and a kick out. Herrera, her second 3. This one no good either. And Denny tonight, the key to victory presented by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. If it gets done tonight for the Chieftains, they get a turnover here. What else do you think they need to do to get a win?
Limit second chance points by Ottawa, and they need to hit their free throws.
Yeah, definitely free throws. It's been a struggle point so far this season for the Chieftains. Coming into tonight shooting 58% from the free throw line, something that usually in years past they've been a little better at, between mid-60s to low 70s. Little under par so far here this season. As this one will be swatted down right on top of one of the big drums there at the band, and that's going to make a band kid a little nervous over there. Those drums aren't cheap.
I'm sure.
As it'll stay down at this end. And I think the officials, they might come and they say, hey, let's move those. Let's get those out of the way, please.
Well, they don't.
And
they can't even take the ball out of bounds.
Well, I think it's for the better. One, obviously for the player's safety on the court, but like I just mentioned, those drums aren't cheap. And if you happen to break one of those drums, that's a lot to replace. So it works out in both parties. And now here we go. Thumbs up from the officiating crew. Good sports over there at the Ottawa High School band. And an inbounds play here as we still look for our first points in this one. This time Bruni going to be on Askins Dietrich. Quick ball movement. Getting a hand on it again. Alyssa Schoeneck knocking it out of bounds. She had 9 deflections, 4 steals against Baldwin on Tuesday. One of the best defenders in the state and in the league, like we always mentioned.
Yeah, she's everywhere. She's also a very strong rebounder for no bigger than she is.
As that one just falls down for Natalie Price, and the Cyclones are the first on the board in this one. Schooler, multiple defenders.
Yeah, they're collapsing on her big time.
Herrera calling for it. Schoeneck going to try to drive, and she is fouled. Contact with the body. It was a clean block with the hand for Dylan Nichols, but it's the contact with the body as she picks up her first foul, and Alyssa Schoeneck going to go right to the free throw line. And almost right on cue, as we were just talking about the free throw struggles, nobody almost struggling more than Alyssa Schoeneck this season.
Yeah. And she's normally one of their better free throw shooters.
She starts on a good note here, makes her first, shooting 62%, a career low for her. 42 of 68 coming into tonight. She goes 50 on that trip, but tipped out by Schooler. Schoeneck, aggressive as ever, just can't get the finish. So it remains 2-1. Price, this is how she scored the first time, going to come up short. Rebound by Schoeneck, leading it up the floor. Schooler wants it, gets it, and travels with it. Second turnover of the ball game for the Chieftains. The Chieftains beat the Cyclones in Chieftain Arena last year, 49-46, and Ottawa won. It was the regular season finale right here at Ottawa High School, 45-42. Cyclones also getting the 5-point win back in the Round Ball Classic just not even a month ago, back December 13th. Askins Dietrich gets denied by Addie Schooler. Clean block.
Nicely done by Addie there. That's a rim protector right there.
Using every bit of that 6'1" reach. Trying to set the screen here for Schoeneck. Going down low, still able to control. Bruni, baseline jumper is too strong.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some help with that outside shooting because they're collapsing big time when the ball goes into paint.
3 ball on the way from Kirby Evans, and it does not go. Bruni able to collect her first rebound of the game, as there will be 3 new Chieftains coming into the game at this next stoppage. Weehee, Hendrickson, and Johnson. Nice feed, but not expecting it right through the legs of Addie Schooler. And Price will lead it up the way. She's got all 4 to open this game for Ottawa. And what a big point swing that is there, Denny. If Schooler takes that, I think she might go up, finish it for 2. Instead, it's 2 back the other way.
Yep.
Double teamed again, has it poked away. Turnover number 4 on the Chieftains. Askins Dietrich, crossover, but comes up short. And a rebound eventually controlled by Schooler. Maybe we'll slow things down here. That's exactly what Schoeneck's going to do.
Yeah, the Cyclones are really collapsing on Schooler when that ball goes into paint.
Over halfway through this first quarter, Chieftains looking for their first field goal. Not going to get it there, but another chance at the line coming up here, this time for Addie Schooler. And the first of the game against Kirby Evans, second team foul on the Cyclones. Addie Schooler coming to the line, 47% on the season, 20 of 43. She's perfect on her first one. Those substitutions now coming into the game, like I mentioned, so it's Herrera and Baldock that'll come out along with Bruni. So starters, you leave Schoeneck and Schooler out. Hendrickson, Johnson, Weehee come in. Second free throw for Schooler, just grazes rim. Adlin Johnson with the rebound underneath. Her putback attempt no good. Nichols hits the deck, no whistles. We're going to let him play. And a bucket down at the other end. Askins Dietrich gets on the board. Johnson for 3 on the near side, cannot go. Long rebound track to Askins Dietrich. All gas, no brakes, right at Schoeneck. And Schoeneck going to pick up her first foul. That tandem of players, Askins Dietrich and Schoeneck, as familiar with one another at the varsity level, arguably more than anybody in the Frontier League. The leading scorer, 24 points a game. Askins Dietrich to the line. She knocks down the first, and will take a moment to get that right sneaker tied up tight. Cyclones a perfect 7-0 on the year, 4-0 in Frontier League play. As Dietrich goes 2 for 2 at the line. Believe it or not, this is only their second home game of the season. They opened up at home. They've been on the road or neutral sites ever since. Chieftains looking for a bucket. 2 points, all coming from the free throw line. Here's Weehee, turns around, knocked out of her hands, and Price eventually is going to be the one to come away with it. But give credit to Dylan Nichols, able to at least jar it loose out of her hands. Now Dietrich, driving a kick to Price, right wing three. And rebound batted around, second chance, that won't go either. Schooler finally gets the board and whistles will blow. As we will have a foul, Alexa Turner will pick up the foul for Ottawa.
Ottawa's picking up full court.
Schoeneck going right at Turner. Head fake on the three by Johnson, stumbles, and that'll be the 6th turnover this opening quarter for the Chieftains.
That's just way too many.
For a team that averages turnovers 14 a game.
They're almost halfway there.
Almost. They average 14 turnovers. They get 16 turnovers on average from their opponents. Haven't been able to do that much tonight. So far against the Cyclones, just one they've been able to take away. Dylan Nichols can't knock it down. And still without a field goal, as we got 2:11 to play in this first quarter as well. So the offense is trying to look for something early here. That was the thing against Baldwin. They were slow to start. They finished great, but you still had to come from behind by 11, not once but twice in that second half alone. You're going to try to avoid that here tonight against Ottawa. It's one thing to do it against Baldwin. To do it against the number 3 team in these Ottawa Cyclones, it's going to be a much more challenging task if you try to do that.
That's why you really can't afford to give them second and third chance when you're on defense.
Schooler trying to go down low. It's knocked around, and another turnover for the Chieftains. Not the prettiest of games offensively to start. Askins Dietrich on the hesitation. Now Price off the glass, won't go, and a late whistle comes in, and they're going to get the foul on Addie Schooler. I think just got a piece for her face, it looks like there.
Hand check.
Yeah. I think when she came down, it was her hand got her on the face just enough. So official on top of that one. Price misses her first free throw. Only the first foul of the game on Addie Schooler. The second team foul on the Chieftains. 4 team fouls so far for Ottawa. And Price 0 for 2. That one didn't hit rim. There it is.
Ottawa staying with it, full court pressure.
And again, it's going to be Alexa Turner, the sophomore, going to meet Schoeneck, follow her across the timeline. Schoeneck trying to cross her up to the right. Herrera and Baldock still looking for their first points. It's just one apiece, one for Schoeneck, one for Schooler at the line. Schoeneck, kick out, third time to charm for Herrera, but it's too strong from 3. A little too much mustard on that last shot from Jayla Herrera. So far 0 for 3 to start this game from downtown is Herrera, averaging 36% on the season. Tops in the league, or second on the team behind 37 from Alyssa Schoeneck.
That means she's due.
Johnson going to try to drive in. Might have went off her own sneaker. Or did Turner get a piece of it? It's a jump ball, and that'll be Another empty possession for the Chieftains. That's Cyclone basketball. 63 seconds to go in this opening quarter. 8-2 Ottawa.
And the Chieftains looking for their first field goal.
In real danger right now. Maybe one more crack at it in this opening quarter to get that first field goal notched off the board. Baseline drive. Askins Dietrich 3. It's good. On the assist from Kirby Evans. Askins Dietrich with a 7-point first quarter another turnover on the Chieftains.
Holy cow. It's a nightmare start for the Chieftains.
Number 9. And the shot clock is going to be off here as Kaylin Weehee will check in for Ashlyn Bruni. No team in the first matchup had a larger than 9-point lead. The Cyclones had that. It's exactly where they're at here in the final seconds of the first quarter. Dietrich across the way to Price. She'll try to three on the other side, and it will not go. And a rebound still fought for. Ball not getting down on the floor. Evans comes away with it. It's a scramble underneath the bucket, and it's going to be Chieftain basketball coming up. As we were playing a little bit of a game of who wants this ball, who wants it? I don't want it, you take it. And that's a foul they actually called, so nobody was on the baseline. So free throws again here for the Chieftains. Being in the bonus, that's the second of the game on Dylan Nichols, something to keep an eye on. The starting Ottawa center in foul trouble. We will close the book here on the first and go into the second quarter momentarily. Adeline Johnson knocks down her first free throw for her first points of the game. Only played 8 minutes against Baldwin. No points, 2 rebounds, no assists. Shooting 75% from the line this season. She goes 2 for 2. Cyclones looking for the final word. Price lost it, has to put it up, and no good. And the first quarter will come to an end. The Chieftains still looking for their first field goal. All 4 points from the free throw line as they trail by 7. Second quarter coming up here when we return.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Hi.
And the first quarter definitely didn't go the way of the Chieftains, but definitely could have been a lot worse. They opened up with possession in the second quarter, down 7, 11-4. Number 3 Cyclones and number 6 Lady Chieftains in Class 4A. Schooler getting tripped up on the baseline drive, and a whistle's going to come in, and that'll be the first of the game on Ansley Michael. The 6th total team foul of the game on Ottawa. Catch and shoot, and another quick foul, also against Schooler. And it'll be the second on Kirby Evans. So now you got 2 of the 5 starters for Ottawa in with 2 fouls. Some slight foul trouble here at the start. Dylan Nichols isn't currently in the game. Kirby Evans, no one coming off the bench, so it looks like she's going to stay out there for the time being. Addie Schooler now 2 for 3 here so far tonight from the line. All 5 points coming from the charity stripe for the Chieftains. And now Bruni's going to get called on the reach in, trying to swat it away from Price. Ottawa, obviously in the home uniforms, red trim. Chieftains in the road alternate black uniforms with the red and gold trim. One of the favorite combos, I think, of you and I.
I think that's really sharp.
Second time, at least, that we've been covering a game that they've worn them. They last had them out on the road December 16th at Spring Hill, where they were 10-point win there at Spring Hill. 52-42 was the final there. Leah Askins-Dietrich leading all scores so far, 7 points in that first quarter. Natalie Price just can't finish. Another offensive rebound for Kirby Evans. Almost had it taken away by Ashlyn Bruni. But the Cyclones will still control a fresh 30 and counting on the shot clock.
Yeah, we're not going to have stats tonight, but the Chieftains are getting beat in the rebounding department.
And that's going to be the second foul of the game underneath on Addie Schooler. Fell for that head fake, got up off her feet, came down on top of the defender. Yeah. As far as stats, we'll get points, we got rebounds, we'll have assists, stuff like that. But those really in between the line kind of stuff, the deep analytical stuff. Shout out Coach Tieroff, always keeping those stats for us at all the home games. Far corner three. And a rebound eventually pulled by Baldock, who throws it away to Kirby Evans, and that's two more.
Man, oh man.
Turnover number 10 of the ball game, and it leads to 2 points for the Cyclones. As there have been a lot of whistles so far in this first half. The second of the game on Natalie Price. Third Cyclone with 2 fouls. Just a little over a minute into the second quarter for the first field goal of the game, and it's good for Addie Schooler.
Badly needed there by the Chieftains.
First assist of the game for the Chieftains as well. Trying to get themselves back into this one, down 13-7. Got a lane violation? No, we don't. Oh, we got a nosebleed. Natalie Price, so it's a personal stoppage. Get her out of the game, get that nose tended to. Meanwhile, it'll be Dylan Nichols that comes back in. Has to be careful playing with 2 fouls. As the athletic training staff will attend to Natalie Price over on the bleachers. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Catch and shoot just beyond the elbow. No good for Evans, and a rebound snagged by Addie Schooler, her 5th of the ballgame. Gets it here on the feed from Shonick, and she traveled. That's already a couple times tonight. We've seen them trying to get that far outlet pass up and away to Schooler, and she's just kind of collided with the Cyclone. It's just, it's knocked her off her feet just enough to where she walks with it. It's not a lot, but it's just enough.
Yeah, it was good defense there by Ottawa.
As we'll say, this one is off of Schooler as her and Evans get tripped up on top of one another. Kaylin Weehee will check back in. Coach Eckert continuing to make substitutions with that win on Tuesday. Coach Eckert in his second season, 15-13 overall as head coach of the Lady Chieftains, 9-7 in Frontier League play. As Bruni almost just gets the takeaway on the inbounds as they were trying to find it to Askins-Dietrich. Of course, we know for Coach Eckert, all the highs he met, first-year head coach last year, led the team to their best season in 12 years, finishing with 10 wins. Fast hands here on defense for the Chieftains. Now they're going to get the turnover. Third time's a charm. Askins-Dietrich tried to go towards that far baseline to save it, just couldn't do it. And for Ottawa, that's only their second turnover of the ballgame. They have been much cleaner with the basketball compared to 11 turnovers so far for the Chieftains. As we have a timeout on the floor, we will go ahead and keep it here. Remind everybody that Chieftains basketball tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. And also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. 6:01 to go here in this first half, 13-7. Chieftains have held the Cyclones at just 2 points so far in this second quarter. Going to take another come-from-behind effort for the Chieftains to walk out victorious. And this one is very fortunate to avoid their 12th turnover, as Shawnick was trying to pass it over to Jayla Herrera, just didn't have her head turned around. Now this one is taken away. Kirby Evans. That she walked with it. No. Chieftain fans trying to bargain for a travel. Well, now it comes. Ball don't lie, I guess. That was a clear travel on the first one by Evans, as her momentum just took her a little too far forward off the steal. But man, oh man. Herrera with space, pull up at the free throw line, no good. Third rebound of the game for Kirby Evans as she brings it across the timeline. Cyclones still working without Natalie Price, had to leave a game with a nosebleed. And now Bruni is going to pick up her second foul. Got just enough of the forearm wrist area. Schooler and Chloe Hendrickson both will check in. Weehee and Bruni will head out. Dietrich still scoreless in the second quarter. All 7 of her points coming in the first. She's guarded up top by Chloe Hendrickson. Drives left on her, spinning around, passing it. A little bit behind Chloe Evans. Just gets to it over on that far baseline. Avoids the turnover for the time being. Now she'll take the 3 ball here. Can't get it to go. And a rebound taken by Schooler. Using that height and reach advantage. Just taking it from Alexa Turner. Shawnick, lob, only where Addie can get it. Nicely done.
To a double team with the left hand. Nicely done, Addie Schooler.
How about the location on that pass from Shawnick, too? Only really where nice. Addie can go up and get it.
Yep. Perfect inlet pass.
And now Shawnick knocks it away. Ball on the floor. Whistles blow, and we're behind the arrow. I believe it's still down here, and it is. So Cyclone basketball, 21 seconds on the shot clock. Chieftains have closed the gap here in the second quarter within 4. Haskins Dietrich at the top. Quickly back to Kirby Evans in the near corner. Her 3 is splashed down. And from a point production perspective, the Cyclones really needed that last 3. Now the Chieftains trying to answer, and Herrera is fouled on her drive, as she will go to the free throw line for a pair. Real quick, Dan, just want to take another quick look at that last bucket for the Chieftains. So you see that lob, nice, beautiful pick and roll. That's just fundamental basketball there.
Yep, nicely done.
First foul on Chloe Evans. Herrera, the best free throw shooter, 80%, and showing it off there. Ball inside. Haskins Dietrich falls down to the floor, and this jump ball is going to be in favor of the Chieftains. Well, they call it travel, okay. So Chieftains get the basketball, and they keep that possession arrow in their back pocket as the Ottawa faithful here voice their displeasure with the officiating crew. Trying to go down low to Schooler again, knocked out of bounds. It stays down here. So the point of attack is pretty clear for the Chieftains, and rightfully so. Trying to go down low to the 6'1 junior Addie Schooler, but give credit We had to give credit to the Baldwin defense, the Eudora defense in the game before. And this Ottawa defense so far, they got a good game plan to try to limit Eddie Schooler.
No question about it.
Chieftains have not been able to get a whole lot of separation. This has been a swarming defense tonight for Ottawa, and you see it right there. Turnover number 13 just in this first half alone for the Chieftains. Haskins Dietrich along 2. Hard bounce, but it falls. And a 9-point first half for Leah Haskins Dietrich. Schooler trying to back down on Evans. Passes back out to Schoeneck. Goes in on the final 2.5, under 20 on the shot clock. Schoeneck fouled on the drive on Alexa Turner, the second of the game on Turner. And I believe that the 15th foul it is, so Chieftains will be in the bonus.
You need to take advantage of it.
I've already mentioned the struggles at the line for Schoeneck this season. A good time to make right on those. She knocks down her first. As Adlin Johnson will check back into the game. To bring it back to a 5-point game, just can't do it. Two points in this first half for Alyssa Schoeneck. Another quiet first half.
She needs to get her game going here.
Just can't get it to fall. Getting down on the floor, and this is where that travel call comes into advantage for the Chieftains on the jump ball. It'll stay at this end. For Schoeneck, limited to 2 in the first half on Tuesday. She exploded for 15 in the come-from-behind effort overtime win against Baldwin. Gets it here from Schooler, just can't finish. Contested shot off to the left. Now Haskins Dietrich, a handoff to Evans. That shot no good. Johnson and Schooler fighting for the rebound, but it's Schoeneck that comes away with it, and she is fouled. 2 more free throws on the way for the Chieftains, and the third of the game on Kirby Evans. And Schoeneck off just a little strong that time. And you know that's got to be frustrating to her too.
Yeah.
Someone that's such a perfectionist and takes a lot of pride in the craft and the game of basketball, and someone for an elite player for being the free throw struggle so far this season. It's been very surprising, and I don't know one more frustrated than her, as Haskins Dietrich able to finish through contact on the other end, an and one opportunity to get 3 the old-fashioned way. First foul on Chloe Hendrickson. As the Chieftains close the gap in the second quarter, the lead is now spurted back up to 8-9, pending this Haskins Dietrich free throw, and she knocks it down. And a perfect 3 for 3 at the line for Haskins Dietrich as well. To cap off what could be potentially a 12-point first half. And back to the largest lead of the game at 9 for Ottawa. Schooler in the paint, trying to go to work, and draws it. Another foul. Maybe the first of the game on Evelyn Myers, number 22. Now, the only thing that might concern you if you're an Ottawa fan from this first half, Denny, is that they got a lot of players starting to pile up some fouls here. Multiple players with 2 fouls, some with 3.
Yeah, no question.
Something that could definitely come in and be a factor in the second half and into the fourth quarter.
Chieftains still cannot hit a free throw.
Schooler good on the back end. Addie Schooler, the leading scorer for the Chieftains, 6 points. Almost half of the first half points belonging to Addie. Final 90 seconds before halftime. Michael.
That was a travel.
Second time the Cyclones have gotten away with a pretty blatant travel call. This one's through the hands of Askins Dietrich. She takes a tumble. Cyclones still control. 12 on the shot clock. And now a foul's going to come in. That last drive taken by Dylan Nichols. And Alyssa Schoeneck will pick up her second foul.
Her second, 15 foul. Dylan Nichols at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Dylan Nichols, multi-time starter here. Played under her sister Foster Nichols at one time. Foster now graduated on the college, averaging 7 points per game is Dylan. It's always weird when I have a Dylan I got to commentate for.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. I imagine like if you got to call somebody else Dennis, it's a little bit like a 1 for 2 trip there for Dylan Nichols. Do you believe it or not, the most Dylans I've met in sports broadcasting, they've been girls.
Yeah.
As Jayla Herrera knocks down the 3 ball.
Badly needed 3 there.
Oh, definitely. She's now got 5. Gets the Chieftains back within 6, closing in on 30 seconds to go. Nichols, drive, put no good. Strong rebound in the crowd by Adeline Johnson. And the Chieftains potentially can make it a 1-score game. Schoeneck just can't get it to go off the glass. And it's out of bounds, and that will be Chieftain basketball. Didn't quite have a very good look at it over on that far side. The Ottawa fans across the gym for us, very animated, saying that should be down here with them. And the Chieftains are going to have the final 10 of this first half. Who is going to take the final shot as Schoeneck brings it across the timeline? Met by Askins Dietrich, freed up on the screen, weaving her way through the lane, and she's fouled on the poke away from behind. And Askins Dietrich is going to pick up her first foul. And this first half for the Chieftains, more than likely going to close out with 2 free throws at the for Alyssa Schoeneck. Two of 6 so far tonight from the line, but she knocks down this first one. Make it a 4-point ball game. It's on the way, and it's good. It's the first time in a while that Schoeneck has had a 2-for-2 trip at the line.
Oh.
Maybe that will finally kind of clear up the mental gate, perhaps, and maybe we're going to start seeing her just explode. Askins Dietrich at the horn, and it's too strong, high off the glass, and that is how the first half comes to an end. Not the best of first halves from the Chieftains, but still within this ball game. They rally late in the second half, make it a 4-point ball game. This late Jayla Herrera 3, a big part of that. We'll be back with the White Birch Property halftime show when we return on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie. Offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Lucky to be back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drenner, will rejoin us here momentarily. So we welcome you into the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. As your halftime score, the Ottawa Cyclones 22, Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains 18. Let's break down this first half here. Again, the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. White Birch Properties is ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Getting through the point totals, just finishing those up here for the Chieftains. As start with the top, Alyssa Shonick, 4 points, 2 of those coming off those late free throws. 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 of 8 from the free throw line. In the first half, Leah Baldock, no points, 2 rebounds, no assists. No points for Chloe Hendrickson. No points, 2 rebounds for Ashlyn Bruni. Nothing yet for Kaylin Weehee. Jayla Herrera, 6 points, no rebounds or assists, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Addie Schooler, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, 6 points, 6 rebounds, no assists, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. And Adlin Johnson finishing with 4 points and 1 rebound, including going 2 for 2 from the free throw line in that first half. So right now for the Chieftains, you're looking at this halftime score right now, 22-18, and this is a time in a game where the Cyclones had a 9-point lead in the first quarter. They had a 9-point lead in the second quarter, but the Chieftains have still just been able to kind of ride out the storm and found a way to just limit Ottawa in later parts of the quarters and still have themselves in this thing. It's just anybody's ball game right now. We saw the Chieftains do this on Tuesday with Baldwin. Of course, they were down 11 at half. Going into the third, they were down 11 going into the fourth quarter. They ended up winning in overtime by 5 points. So this is a big second half coming up here for this team. Like we mentioned, 5-2 overall, 3-1 in Frontier League play. The Ottawa Cyclones, while undefeated at 7-0, you could hand them their first loss of the season, which would feel good. But they're also 4-0 in Frontier League play. That meaning that if you beat Ottawa tonight, you have the same record. Therefore, you go ahead of them in the standings for a regular season title, given the head-to-head record there. So, again, there's a lot on the line here as far as just general 4A standings. I can play into playoff seeding, of course, as we get into March, but also regular season title aspirations. This is a big one here tonight. on the line for Ottawa. You already beat the Chieftains once this season. Of course, not in tournament play, but you beat them once by 5. If you beat them here again tonight, you really kind of put the distance between yourselves and them, and the Chieftains turn around really in a tough spot because then they would lose in Frontier League play once at home against Eudora, who's leading the pack right now just with these Ottawa Cyclones. And, of course, Ottawa, things don't turn around and you don't come from behind and win this game. We still have 16 minutes at least of game time to figure out in this second half. So we got a good one coming up here down the stretch. We'll be back with more to break down in the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
More toppings.
All right, closing out here, the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Getting ready to start this second half as we welcome Dennis Turner back into the booth with us. Denny, like I said, not the prettiest of first halves. Chieftains still find themselves in this one, only down 4, an important 16 minutes of basketball coming up down this stretch.
Yeah, no question. As many times as they turned it over, I mean, that's giving the opposition extra chances, and you just can't do that against a good team.
As the Cyclones are going to open up possession with the basketball. Natalie Price back out there, left that second quarter with a nosebleed. Didn't see her for quite some time, and then opens up with the bucket underneath to Dylan Nichols. Shot at the other end is no good. Rebound taken by Hensley Michael.
And for the most part, Ottawa's keeping the Chieftains to one shot.
And just nobody on the other side, and missing the layup. Should have been an easy 2 for Kirby Evans, but thankfully for the Chieftains, she missed it.
Yeah, no weak side help at all from the Chieftains there. That's not good.
And a game-leading 7th rebound here for Addie Schooler, who's got it up at the top. She hands off to Ashlyn Bruni. Schoeneck with Askins Dietrich behind. She pokes it away, and that is a turnover number 14, and back at the other end, it leads to 2 points for Askins Dietrich, the leading scorer now with 14.
Yeah, she took it coast to coast.
Defense and offense for the Cyclones, in particular, Leah Askins Dietrich. Quick 4-0 spurt has the lead back up to 8. Largest lead in that first half was 9 for Ottawa. Herrera, deep 3. Just short. Askins Dietrich trying to go coast to coast again, but a chance to earn him at the line. It just feels like with her, there's almost no hesitation. As soon as she gets the rebound, gets out in transition a little bit, there's no slowing her down. She's going to go to the cup.
Well, especially if you don't get in front of her. Chiefs have not done a good job of that tonight.
First foul of the game on Kalia Baldock. Askins Dietrich still perfect 4 for 4 at the line tonight. Looking at the recent history between these two teams since 2013, the Cyclones have had the better of the Chieftains, beating them 15 times to just 3 losses and 9-2 since they became league opponents back in 2018. We mentioned teams splitting home games last year. Chieftains winning at home by 3. The Cyclones won in the season finale here at home by 3. Driving a kick, Schoeneck near corner, in and out. But Schooler able to fight for another board. And this time it's going to fall down off the glass as now Dylan Nichols took a shot to the chops. As she's end over end right now. Hope everything's okay. Inverting contact there. And just like it was in the Baldwin game, I feel like one of the big keys in the second half is Alyssa Schoeneck. Can you get her going offensively? That last bucket now gives her 6 on the game. Down inside, Schoeneck swatting it away. Hendrickson collects. Baldock would have been a big momentum shift if she would have made it, and a push for Herrera, trying to get position on that box out. And quickly, 2 team fouls on the Chieftains, a little over 5.5 just to play here in the third quarter. Chieftains trying to avenge that Round Ball Classic Tournament Championship loss they had back on December 13th against these Cyclones. Lost by 5 as that shot just rattles in for Dylan Nichols. And the largest lead of the game back up to 10. Chieftains need an answer on this possession. Hendrickson to Baldock, almost wasn't expecting it. Still able to recover in time. Schoeneck peeking around, finds Herrera. Right by us, and the 3 ball is good for Jayla Herrera.
And that time the Cyclones were in a zone defense, and Herrera were able to shoot over it for a much-needed 3.
Looking to get a stop and go on a run, but Natalie Price able to find Kirby Evans underneath. And that was just finding a hole in the defense underneath. Natalie Price to Kirby Evans for 2. Hendrickson thought about it. Defense closed late, now knocked out of her hands. Another turnover for the Chieftains. In transition, Natalie Price is off the glass. Askins Dietrich on the board. Her putback no good either.
But again, another second chance points for the Ottawa team.
Herrera trying to go back-to-back, but it's offline. Don't see Jayla Herrera miss that bad from three-point range very often. And Shades of the game on Tuesday. We get to the middle parts of this second half, getting close to at least, and the Chieftains is kind of in limbo right now. Haven't been able to get really much closer than maybe 4 or 5 points. Beyond the free throw line, shot is off the heel. Another offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Kirby Evans coming alive in the second half.
Chieftains just getting annihilated on the boards.
9 points for Kirby Evans. 5 in the first half, 4 so far here in the second, as Baldock can't connect on the 3. Another bad miss from downtown.
Stop the ball.
Hesitation, Askins, Dietrich, and back to the free throw line. She'll go. 3rd foul of the game coming in here on Alyssa Schoenig.
Got to get in front of her.
Askins Dietrich scored over 20 in the game against the Chieftains back in December. She's on her way to doing it again here tonight.
That's her first miss from the line.
Before that, a perfect 5 for 5. Currently sitting at 16 points, so barring a massive dip in production in the second half, she will reach 20 plus for the second time this year against these Chieftains. Both teams making substitutions, including, I think, Turner coming in for Askins Dietrich. So she's going to get a breather here for head coach Matt Sherman. Johnson on the drive, just can't finish. Another miss from close range for the Chieftains. Now Natalie Price able to kiss it off the glass. And all of a sudden, Ottawa starting to bottle some momentum here in the second half and possibly run away with this one. And Coach Eckert's going to take a timeout. And that is their first timeout taken of the game. We will go ahead and take it with them. 37-23, Ottawa has jumped out to a double-digit lead in the third.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Back here live. And one free throw coming up for Natalie Price. Both teams be left with 4 timeouts for the remainder of this game. And Natalie Price comes off on that free throw. She's 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. 6 points in the ball game, came in tonight averaging 12. Now Bruni shakes off her defender, attacks inside, and able to draw contact. And 2 more free throws on the way for Ashlyn Bruni, the 5'8" sophomore. Ashlyn Bruni good on her first attempt, a 50% free throw shooter this season. Coming off one of her better games this past Tuesday, set a career high, season high in points and rebounds at 6 apiece, along with 3 assists in the overtime win against Baldwin. Has been a starter in all 7 games this season for Coach Eckert. Second free throw on the way, rattles out at the last second, but Schooler able to get the rebound. Almost throws it away. Now it's thrown away. Askins Dietrich takes it away as Bruni was trying to find it to Alyssa Schoenig, and now Askins Dietrich is going to slow things down, bring it back near the top. Drive and a kick. Big 3 on the way. Will not go. To Schooler with the left hand. It's good for Addie.
Good assist there by the Chieftains. Alyssa Schoenig.
Now a takeaway. Shonick on the steal. Step. Way to go.
Well, Chieftains need her to get going.
And what a spurt that was there for the Chieftains to bring it back under 10. Quick handoff. Does not go. Johnson on the rebound. Here comes Herrera up the floor. Johnson, she might take this three. She will, but just comes up short. Calling a long pass underneath to Schooler, and a chance for two more at the line for Addie Schooler. And the Chieftains have some momentum going for them in the final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Addie went 3 for 6 at the line in the first half. First trip in the second. First one is on the way and good. She's 2 made free throws away from setting a new season high of made free throws in the game at 6. There's number 5, so 1 away. And a rebound away, too, from closing in on a double-double. 10 points, 9 rebounds is where she currently sits.
She's having a night.
Trying to help her team rally, come from behind. Only down 7 now. The Chieftains have nearly cut this deficit in half on this run. In the near corner. Coming 10 seconds on the shot clock right now. Trying to drive, knocked loose. Nichols there to recover. Almost been another takeaway for the Chieftains. Instead, Nichols underneath, can't finish.
Shot clock
Didn't
violation.
hit the rim. That is a shot clock violation. And a big defensive stand, and all of a sudden, this Chieftain crowd getting right back into this ball game. And a bucket on this possession could force Coach Sherman of the Cyclones to take his second timeout. Four-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Bruni waiting, finds Shonick coming free. Gets by a pair of defenders, off the glass, can't finish. Addie Schooler short on the putback attempt. Gets her all miss. Ricocheted around. And now Askins Dietrich just takes this away from Adlin Johnson. And a big stop there for the Cyclones. Now Askins Dietrich. Draw the charge. No. And let's see. That's the fourth foul on Shonick as well.
Yeah, that's something you can't afford right there. Asking Dietrich is just deadly from the line.
7 of 8 so far. Shonick is going to have to check out after picking up her fourth foul. She did foul out in the first matchup with Ottawa. It was very limited in that game. In a game where the Chieftains really could have used her down the stretch, they ended up losing it by 5. It's 19 points tonight for Askins Dietrich. 3 at the horn and no good for Jayla Herrera. And the Chieftains had the momentum on their side there at the end of the third quarter. Lost it there towards the end, and it's going to take another big comeback in the fourth quarter. This time they're down 9, 39-30. Let's see if they can make some more fourth quarter magic when we return on Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Start of the fourth quarter tonight presented by Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website to learn how you can help make a difference and to support. On to the fourth quarter we go in this one, Denny, and Askins Dietrich and Jayla Herrera colliding with one another. Askins Dietrich, you can really see the exhaustion on her face here. She's only been out with the exception of maybe just a minute and a half of rest. Other than that, she's been out on the floor. For Coach Sherman, she's been leading the charge for the Cyclones and even 19 points. And Alyssa Shonick, that's a good lay-in on the other end. She's now in double figures with 10. The Chieftains are going to need some more of that here in this fourth quarter to make this comeback. They've been down by as many as 10. Feels like most of the game they've been down between like 6 to 9 points, it feels like. But now a turnover here by Ottawa, and we saw it against Baldwin. Remember, they outscored the Bulldogs 24-8 between the fourth quarter and eventually overtime in that one. They can very well do the same here against the Cyclones. A big three on the way from a Herrera. It rattles out. And a rebound tip to Natalie Price, who has put together a really nice game for Coach Sherman. Gonna have to try to find a way to slow down number 32 in this fourth to really give yourself a chance. Askins Dietrich dribbling around, floats to Price right in front of the student section on the far side. Athletic Director Mark Felvis right there in front of them. Price for the three ball, doesn't go. And a rebound eventually gonna be tracked down by Alyssa Shonick. A new season high, 8th rebound of the game for Alyssa Shonick. Johnson with the miss, Schooler with the putback. And a timeout going to be taken here by Ottawa. And for Addie Schooler, there's your double-double on that rebound and putback. Here's another look at it. Her 10th rebound, points 11 and 12 on that last bucket. It's a full timeout as we step aside.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, coming back here, getting ready to come out of this timeout. And, Danny, while we had some time, I wanted to give a special shout-out to one of our sponsors, Flashbacks. Unfortunately, hearing the news as we were setting up of a fire burning the place down, sounds like, or at least not going to be in service for the foreseeable future. And our thoughts and prayers out to Tuna and Debbie and the rest of the family at Flashbacks Diner, one of our favorite breakfast spots to go to before a morning broadcast in Tongi. And we wish them nothing but the best moving forward. And if there's any way that we can ever help you guys here at Tongi Sports Live, be sure to reach out to me, email me, call me, text me. Anything we can do to help. We're thinking about you guys.
Well said, partner.
Chieftains have rallied here. All the momentum on their side right now. This has been really a game of runs, I feel like, Denny. It's been the Cyclones have had it, and then they get out to a double-digit lead. Chieftains trim it down to 4. Cyclones back to a double-digit lead. And it's just been like that. Now we're kind of back to that side of the Chieftains. Now the question is, can the Chieftains continue that momentum going forward, or are we going to see the Cyclones go on another run
we need to
close out this fourth?
Chieftains need to stop.
And a whistle's going to come in at the end of this shot. Askins Dietrich was the one that went off the screen there. And it's going to be a foul on the Chieftains and Kalia Baldock for her second. Three timeouts for the Cyclones, 4 remaining for the Chieftains. We're about 15 minutes behind on the start of this one, so the boys' game tonight probably going to be closer to an 8 o'clock start. But don't worry, we will still have the stream for you right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan live here at Ottawa High School as Dylan Nichols can't complete the up and under move. And another board track to Alyssa Shonick. Like I mentioned, already set a new season high with rebounds. And this is going to be a carry called against Shonik and a turnover on the Chieftains. And for the ball game, that is turnover number 18.
They're lucky they're in this.
14 of those coming in that first half alone.
Yeah, I know.
Just 5 so far here in the second. 13 in the first half. I would say that math didn't add up. Price swatted away by Schooler, but still able to recover. Second block of the night on Addy. Make it 3.
Nice.
Twice as nice for Addy Schooler. Up the floor. Johnson was the target, but it's short. And a foul on the Chieftains on the scramble. It'll be the second on Jayla Herrera. That was a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there was.
A couple seconds. 39-34, still a 5-point lead for Ottawa. Taskins Dietrich on the far side. 3 on the way is off. Did not hit anything, and it's out of bounds. Chieftain basketball coming up. Woo!
Yeah, the Chieftains on that previous possession were trying to get a bucket in transition, but it was just a bad pass.
Shonik for 3. No good. Schooler able to take the rebound away, but Price takes it right back from her. My goodness, and back the other way. Price going coast to coast.
Back by 7.
She was a thorn in the Chieftain side as a freshman last year, even more so here as a sophomore. Johnson, count the bucket off the glass.
And 1.
Took her time, dribbling around. I don't think you see Adlin Johnson make that play last year as a freshman, but getting that confidence from a season ago, even more here this season, and now trying to cap off the 3-point play, and she does.
Back to a 4-point game.
Adlin Johnson, a new season high, made free throws at 3, and she's got 7. Also a new season high for her. Swatted away. Block number 4 for Andy Schooler.
What you got to love about that, too, partner, she's going straight up, avoiding the body contact. Find the shooter.
Closing in on the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Lost it on the way in. 9th turnover of the game for the Cyclones. Schooler, go to work, just misses.
Everything right except couldn't finish.
Just couldn't quite get the finish. Well contested by Dylan Nichols for the Cyclones. Ball's in her hands right now. Threads the needle, Kirby Evans, in and out. Oh, what a big miss there for Ottawa. And on top of the great night tonight, Addie Schooler, new season high in rebounds at 12. Knocked out of bounds, and it's still Chieftain basketball. We got a lot of new season highs being met here tonight. This is terrific.
It's an exciting game.
Addie Schooler, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks to go along the way, too.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
He's collecting an assist along the way, too. Skipping it, a little unorthodox, but it finds its way to Shonik, under 15 on the shot clock. Now under 10, trying to force it underneath again. It's deflected by Nichols. Now Price is coming back the other way with it.
Gotta stop
Price,
it.
Shimmy, shake, bacon for 2. And double figures tonight at 10 for Natalie Price.
Chieftains are not doing a good job of stopping the ball.
Shonik trying to attack on the left side. It won't go. Chieftain fans want a foul, but they're not going to get it. Now a 3 from Askins Dietrich. No good. Rebound tracked by Kalia Baldock. this Ottawa fan base would have come unglued if that last three would have gone down for Leah. Shonick trying to get around Turner. Running floater is good.
Back within 4.
12 points in the ball game for Alyssa Shonick. Getting the last 2 points there. And once again, I feel like we've been saying this a lot tonight, but down by 4 are the Chieftains, 43-39. There's another timeout taken on the floor. It looks like this one was... They haven't updated yet. I didn't see if it was who called that last time out, Denny?
I did not.
I think it might have been Ottawa by the looks of it, but we'll go ahead and keep it here right now. 2:22 to go in this fourth quarter. As always, we'll stick around. We'll break this game down. Coming up in the Brothers Market post-game show. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here with you in the booth, and it's been a fun one so far here, as advertised, I feel like. It was a back-and-forth contest in Garden City. Last time these two teams met, it's the exact same thing here tonight. Cyclones won that one 55-60. Only one team foul in the Cyclones, 2 team fouls for the Chieftains. Just something to keep in mind. If this game gets closer, we got to go to fouls. Driving a kick by Kirby Evans. Turner looking for Nichols at the free throw line. In the far corner, Price wants it, gets it, shoots it. Can't knock it down. And Addie Schooler got another rebound. She's pulled down by Nichols. It finds its way to Kirby Evans, and she puts it in for 2.
Yeah, Addie's lobbying for a foul, and I think she has a good case. Nonetheless, they let them play on.
11 points on the night for Kirby Evans. 90 seconds to go. Count the bucket. Alyssa Shonick, she's heading to the line. Father Nick is up on his feet, loving that play. And the third foul of the game on Alexa Turner. And Alyssa Shonick, 14 points, 15 pending the free throw. Can't get it to fall. That's out of bounds. And it will stay at this end. How about that effort? Yeah, ball knocking company over there just continuing to swarm around, and they earn an extra possession for the Chieftains.
Ooh, that was close.
This has been a lot of fun here tonight. Cyclones have led the entirety of this game, and the Chieftains are now within 2. Nice. 14-point night for Addie Schooler. Askins Dietrich gets the Cyclones back on the board. In the middle of her 20-plus point night, 21 to be exact. The assist to Alexa Turner. .50 seconds to go. Shonick, step back 3, buckets! Just when you need her the most. The big step back 3. 17 points. We got a 1-point ball game in the fourth.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
Chiefs is going to pick up full court.
In a 1-point ball game, closing in on the final 40 seconds of regulation. Could we be looking at back-to-back overtime games and another timeout going to be taken here by the Cyclones and Coach Sherman? And both teams will be left with 2 timeouts. Both teams just with 2 team fouls this quarter as well. You know, it's games like this that really make you appreciate home, Denny. We got a good homestand coming up for us on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Quick turnaround on Monday at home against Pleasant Ridge. That following Friday, a week from now, the 16th, against the Spring Hill Broncos. That next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. And then the first game outside of that on January 29th, home against the Bonner Springs Braves. We're going to get really comfortable at home over the next few weeks or so. You can check out the full winter sports schedule at varsitysportslive.com. Chieftains do have a road game at Paola this upcoming Tuesday. You can watch that game over on the Paola Sports Live YouTube channel.
You don't want to foul Askin Districts if you have to end up fouling.
Got a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock if that's the game the Cyclones want to try to play. Gets away with the carry there, no call. Price and company just continuing to play keep away. Now Nichols, baseline drive on Schooler, her 5th block of the game, and she's got the ball. It's a shot clock violation regardless. Coach Eckert, look at him, he's on the floor trying to get a timeout. Now the Ottawa fans are trying to say get a technical on Coach Eckert. It's a shot clock violation regardless. That's point number 1 here. Now, I will say, Coach Eckert, very fortunate
he is.
Not to get a technical there, and I think he's realizing that here after the fact. That was way outside of the coach's box. And now some Ottawa fans are going to start voicing their displeasure.
Yeah, they did put the other 2 seconds back on the clock, too.
9.6 to go. Chieftains with the ball down by 1. Could we be looking at another signature Tonganoxie Sports Live moment coming up here?
I hope so.
You and me both. Final time, or 1 timeout remaining for the Chieftains. Not final one taken yet. You're in a good spot here too, because you're in a position where you could try to go inside and attack. You can get the 2 points that way. You can go to the free throw line. You don't have to take a 3 here, though.
No,
so
you don't.
You got a lot of options at the disposal for Coach Eckert and company.
I look for Ottawa to pack the lane, though. They're going to make them take an outside shot, I believe.
Again, looking at some of these performances, Alyssa Shawnick right now, 17 points, 10 rebounds. She's got a double-double. Addie Schooler has a double-double with 14 points, 13 rebounds.
And how many blocks?
And 5.
Oh, have a night, young lady.
So here we go. Gonna heave it down the floor. Schooler catches. Shawnick, put up, no good. Put back, no good either. Herrera gets tackled. She's fouled. Herrera gets tackled. 1.8 to go in the ball game.
She can go to the line to win it.
She wasn't fouled on the shot though. It was just trying to go for the ball. I missed who they got the foul. I think Ansley Michael. Who they got the foul? I missed who they got the foul on.
Yeah, there was a scrum down there. We couldn't see.
Let's see what our replay system got. Dadgummit, didn't get anything. Man, you had, how about that? The old Christian Leitner heaved down the floor. Schooler catches it. Shawnick had it. And I think a lot of Chieftain fans thought, here we go with the lead. Miss Rebound and putback no good by Schooler either. Now you burn your final timeout. A chance to draw up an inbounds play. Just a little over enough time for a catch and shoot.
Yep.
What a different scenario this would be if the Chieftains ran the bonus. But both teams have played pretty clean
really
in this
have.
fourth quarter. And here we go, Denny. Kalia Baldock is going to inbound and nearly right in front of us. Surveying her option. She's got Johnson in the corner. Gets it for the win. It's no good. Right into the arms of Coach Eckert. And the Chieftains, for the second time this year, will come up short against the Cyclones in a thriller 47-46 final score.
But boy, did we get treated to a game. Woo.
And I'll tell you, for Adlin Johnson, she missed that shot, almost going right into tears. And Coach Eckert right there to wrap his arms around her, saying, don't you worry, you're going to have plenty more opportunities to win us ball games. And this team collectively as a whole, we'll break it down coming up here in the Brothers Market postgame show. What a thriller, though. Chieftains come up just short at the end. They had 3 total shots in the final possession. Neither of them could fall down. They lose it by 1. We'll break it down coming up. Brothers Market postgame show when we return.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Another great ball game, just the Chieftains just short. 47-46, they lose it to the Ottawa Cyclones. They now fall to 5-3 overall, 3-2 in Frontier League play. And for Ottawa, getting out of here by the skin of their teeth, they stay perfect, 8-0, 5-0 in Frontier League play. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here with you, and that was a lot of action there towards the end, Denny.
It was.
We said in that first half, that was not the best first half that the Lady Chieftains have played at all, and they still found themselves into this game. All throughout the second half, they were down 9 points, 10 points, but still somehow in the fourth quarter, they just found a way to chip away, got within 1, but just could not get over that hump. They trailed the entirety of this game.
Yeah, I know. It was a really fun game to watch, partner, and man, what a coming out party, I think, for Addie Schooler with 5 blocks.
Yeah, 5 blocks, as I feel like it'll be a good time as ever. As for the first time in a while, we have
Yes.
Player of the games tonight.
Thank you,
County
have
Road
to.
Brewing players of the game, Alyssa Schoenig and Addie Schooler. Here are their lines from tonight. First for Alyssa Schoenig. She finishes the night on 17 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for Alyssa. Again, I'm not the official scorekeeper, but I'm usually close. I have her at a double-double tonight. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. And for Addie Schooler, she finishes with 14 points, 13 rebounds, a new season high in rebounds, 1 assist. And she made 5 free throws, 1 shy of setting a new season high from the free throw line as well, and 5 blocks to go, a season high in total blocks for Addie Schooler.
So you see why we have co-players of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. It's, when you got not 1 but 2, Addie definitely with a double-double. Alyssa, she might, if it comes out where she had 9 rebounds instead of 10, then my apologies. But I got them on the books for 2 players with double-doubles. And it's not too often, especially here at the high school level, where you get 2 players with double-doubles in a losing effort.
Exactly.
In a ball game. You don't see that all too often. But, over on the other side, I give all the credit to Leah Askins-Dietrich.
No
it's showing why she's one of the perennial players in the state as well. As we go back to the Brothers Market postgame show, she finishes 21 total points on the night, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. You might be thinking, wow, 1 assist, that's pretty low. Well, it's because every time she had the ball, she was going coast to coast and finishing at the free throw line, finishing at the rim, had a couple of threes in there too. She was just phenomenal tonight for the Cyclones. Other point totals, wrapping it up for the Chieftains. Let's see, you had Kalia Baldock finishing scoreless. You did get 3 rebounds. Chloe Hendrickson, no points, 1 rebound. Ashlyn Burney, no points, 2 rebounds. Kaylin Weehee, no points, no rebounds, no assists. Jayla Herrera, 9 points, 6 in the first half, 3 in the second half. No rebounds and 2 assists, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And Adelaide Johnson, 7 points tonight, 2 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And seeing the emotion and the look on her face there at the end, and that's really the first moment for the young sophomore of saying, I got the game-winning moment in my hands, and it just went off, and I feel for her, and I feel for this entire team. I love that Coach Eckert was right there with a smile just to give her a hug.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, he immediately took her in his arms and told her it was okay, and man, that's a sign of a heck of a coach.
Yeah, and players love playing for him, and he's done tremendous work with this program. Now, getting about halfway through his second year at the helm of Lady Chieftain basketball. I think they found the right guy.
Yeah, no question about it.
It's been phenomenal, and watching what this team has been able to do, and I mean, just in these 2 weeks, the 2 games this week alone, an overtime come from behind win against Baldwin, and tonight you take undefeated Ottawa in their second home game of the season all the way to the break at the very end, and unfortunately our replays didn't catch it, but that inbounds play, they went with the old Christian Leitner, the throw down the floor. Schooler caught it, high-pointed like a receiver in football at half court, gave to Alyssa Schoenig. She had a look on the right side from close range. She misses. Schooler with the rebound, and her putback was in and out too. And I know for Addie, sometimes she just has some tough luck with those close-range shots not going in. She was automatic almost entirely tonight, except for the one at the very end, unfortunately. And then Adlin Johnson had a chance there at the end. But this was a game, and Coach Ecker will be the first to tell you, and every one of those players will be the first to tell you, they did not lose that game on a missed 3 or a missed shot there by Schoenig or Schooler. There were missed free throws. There were 13 first half turnovers that they had. Those were the things that led to the loss tonight, not those missed shots there.
I agree with you, partner. There was just so many things that they were lucky that they were even that close, I thought, with all the turnovers and second chance points that Ottawa had. Turned out to be a heck of a game. That's just showing a lot of grit if you're the Chieftains.
I mean, early everything was going wrong when the Cyclones had the double-digit lead. They were getting offensive rebounds. They were whooping the Chieftains on the boards on the offensive end. They were getting the turnovers, empty possessions for the Chieftains. Tongi was missing free throws. It was all the recipes for a blowout loss, and instead, it just felt like from a little in the final minutes of the third quarter onto the fourth quarter, just like it was on Tuesday, it was like something clicked, something switched for this team, and it was like, all right, here we go. And that's the basketball we're used to seeing them play. They've had 2 slow starts this week. One, they were able to come from behind and win. This one, they weren't able to do it. So, looking at what's coming up next, like we mentioned, they're going to be at home for quite some time. They're going to be playing at home This next Monday against Pleasant Ridge, on the road next Tuesday, or this upcoming Tuesday at Paola, and then a week from now, Friday night at home against Spring Hill. And all three of those games looking very winnable right now. So you go back next week, a rare 3-game week, you sweep. You go into the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament, probably going to be looking at getting one of the top seeds of the tournament for the first time in a while. Things are going to get back into the groove. I think you have a chance here to really stack up some wins before you get your really next big test. That would be coming up on November 3rd. Goodness, February 3rd on the road at Eudora. So everything's going to be okay with this Lady Chieftains squad. I think even though they lost tonight and they showed a lot of great things, they still got some things they got to clean up. But everybody does. It's mid-January coming out of holiday break. Yep. But Denny, as we close the books here on this first game, any final thoughts you want to share?
Yeah, there's no quit in this team at all, and I think that's a reflection of their coach as well. And these fourth quarter comebacks, they just need to clean up some stuff in the first half, get going, and man, these girls could be unstoppable.
Well said. Well said. We will see them coming up. A quick turnaround Monday at home against the Pleasant Ridge Rams starting at 6 o'clock. Ottawa wins it in the end, stays undefeated, 47-46 your final score. We go back out of the Brothers Market postgame show, back into the S&S Body pregame show. We get you set for the boys game between the Chieftains and the Cyclones, coming back when we return.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back here as we go on to Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600. And back into the S&S Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at SNSAutoandBody.com or by calling 913-369-3193. Final score in Game 1, 47-46. Ottawa escaping with a win despite what was almost yet another close double-digit fourth-quarter comeback for the Lady Chieftains. But now we go on to the boys' game as we get you set here as Ottawa fans making their way in and out of the stands here. Let's preview this matchup a little bit. Let's talk about The Tonganoxie Chieftains coming into this one, ranked number 17, currently still outside of one of those 16 sub-state playoff games. I know it's early, but that's where they sit right now. If the playoffs were to start next week, currently, without a win tonight, the Chieftains would be on the outside looking in. Thanks to a 1-6 start, 0-4 in Frontier League play. They've lost 3 straight games for the second time this season. Looking to snap that tonight. Last game out was against the Baldwin Bulldogs. It was past Tuesday, and a big loss, 73-37. It was their 6th straight loss to Baldwin. This is their first game this year against the Cyclones. They lost both games last season by scores of 58-32 and 68-25. And the recent history would favor the Cyclones again here tonight. They're 4-12. The Chieftains are against the Cyclones since 2013 and have been losers of 6 straight games. Meanwhile, for head coach Cliff McCullough in his 13th year at the helm for the Ottawa boys basketball team, is 29th overall here at Ottawa High School. He was the former girls head coach, a leader leading them to 10 regular season titles. Former All-State basketball and football player at Burlington High School, also played basketball at Washburn University. His team coming in 3-4. The record doesn't tell the whole story about this team. Definitely better than 3-4, but that's where they sit in 2-2 in Frontier League play. Coming in a little extra motivated tonight, perhaps, coming off a loss against the Spring Hill Broncos, 58-56. And Denny, that was a game where the Cyclones had a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, and they blew it to lose to Spring Hill. And now they have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They will come into tonight, second game in front of the home crowd, looking to pick up another win and make it 7 straight against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. That was your matchup preview here on the SNS Body pregame show. We'll be back with some Brother Market players of the game, or player spotlight, I should say, excuse me. And then we will get the starting lineups and opening tip-off in this one. We'll be back in a moment here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family owned and operated, Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here, getting ready for the starting lineups here. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. As always, starting lineups are presented by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small-town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com.
A 5'10" sophomore, number 5, Captain Herder. A 6'2" senior, number 15, Nolan McGuire. A 5'10" senior, number 23, Lachlan McRae. And a 6'4" junior, number 35, Owen Siba. The head coach of the Chieftains is Casey Simmons. And now, the starting up here, Ottawa High Cyclone. A 5'9" junior, number 1, Gavin Seaton. A 6'3" senior, number 2, Hayden Hull. A 5'10" junior, number 3, Chase Morning. A 6'5" sophomore, number 5, Aaron Blaine. And a 6'3" senior, number 34, Aiden McCullough.
Starting 5 for both teams. Chieftain boys also rocking their black alternate uniforms tonight. Once again, you've been watching pregame coverage in the S&S Body pregame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And we'll ask for continued patience on the crowd camera. We are set up in the bleachers tonight.
Yeah.
Things got a little rowdy there at the end of that girls' game. Things might have got a little off screen. Apologies for that, but for the most part, everybody around us has been acting accordingly, which I appreciate everybody for doing that as well. Welcoming us in here. Used to our little crow's nest at home, but when we got to get into the stands in the home games, our fans always very welcoming, always very appropriate as well.
No question.
Opening tip in the middle, McGuire and McCullough. It's going to go the way of McCullough and the Cyclones. As Hayden Hull brings it across the timeline, underway here, game 2 of our doubleheader. Chieftains trying to snap this second 3-game losing streak of the season. Pick up their first win in Frontier League play, 0-4 currently. Here's a 3 and splashdown for Hayden Hull. The assist to Gavin Seaton, and that is how the scoring gets started in this one. Kipton Harder just off on the rebound. Up the floor we go. Gavin Seaton laying it up ahead. Another 3 on the way, and another one that goes back-to-back 3 balls for Hayden Hull. Oh, Denny.
Rough start so far.
Hayden Hull, of course, remember him, the starting quarterback of the football team, tremendous athlete. Out to a great start here, and he's going to pick up his first foul on the reach-in on Luke Brewer.
Yeah, I still remember the 4th and 13.
How could you not? Yeah.
Play, the throw that he made.
Doesn't make that play. Chieftains win the game.
Yeah.
Remember, he didn't even start that game. He came in the second half.
I know.
For Aaron Blaine, also out here on the floor for the Cyclones, as Lachlan McRae knocks down the 3 ball in the far corner.
Dark Knight with his first 3.
Colo passes out of the double team for the third 3 ball, but it does not go, but a long board tracked down by McCullough. Now this one taken away. Chieftains able to get the turnover. Lachlan McRae up the floor, leading scorer for the Chieftains, and he can't get that bucket to fall.
Did everything right, but finish.
Lachlan shooting from the floor 42%, averaging 23 points per game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Leads the team in points and assists. Also a team high 2 steals on average a game. We've said it once, we said it again. He's the straw that stirs the drink of this
no question.
boys Chieftain team. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Morning, the southpaw in the far corner, and splash down. Ooh. Second assist for Gavin Seaton.
It's raining 3s in Ottawa.
My goodness. It's a downpour. All 9 coming from beyond the arc. McGuire to answer, just can't do it. And a rebound out of bounds, and they'll say that's going to be Cyclone basketball. I thought that might have went out on the 6'4 sophomore Aaron Blaine, but
I think he thought so too.
So we move on. And Blaine having to check out of the game, being checked out by the medical staff. You just saw him walk right in front of our set, so Cyclones will be without one of their starters for the time being. Back to back in the exact same spot for Jace Morning. And the Cyclones are red hot from downtown already. They're 4th in this ball game as McRae is fouled by Seton. Head coach Cliff McCullough looking over at the official, 13th year at the helm of the boys basketball team here in Ottawa. Not liking that last call, but we move forward. Luke Brewer, and the paint rattles out. And a whole hand back to Jace Morning, the 5'10 junior, an all-state honorable mention a season ago. An Ottawa team last year, undefeated through the regular season. Their lone loss coming in the state semifinals, as we'll have a foul here against Lachlan McRae. They went all the way to the state semifinals, perfect on the year. They lose on a buzzer beater to the eventual state champion McPherson Bullpups. Gabe Pyle, he hit the buzzer beater against Baldwin, and then he hit the buzzer beater against Ottawa. It was just unbelievable. One of the best state performances ever seen. Very fitting. And McPherson won the state title last year. But they would beat Andover in the 3rd place game, so to finish 24-1 last year, one of the best seasons, 2nd best in program history, just behind the state championship team back in the 2012-2013 season. That following year is when Cliff McCullough took over in his first year at the helm here at Ottawa. Chieftains trying to capitalize on 2 missed free throws now, still down 9. Thanks to the red-hot shooting from downtown for Ottawa. Here's McRae. Little floater is good as he's able to get by Hayden Hole. A lot of speed and intensity in this one. And another 3-ball. It goes down, and that's the 3rd of the game for Hayden Hole just by himself. 5 total. It's an onslaught. 10-point lead for the Cyclones.
Yeah, all 15 points coming via the 3-ball.
Blowing the Chieftains away right now. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Well, the Cyclones out to a 10-point lead. That tends to happen when you start 5 of 6 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, no question. They're going to have to guard that 3-point line better.
Got another Askins Dietrich out there on the floor. The 6'1 freshman, Evan Askins Dietrich in. And a travel is going to be called against Owen Sebas. He was trying to make his way through multiple defenders. He's going to get an earful from that student section on the far side. Feels like the Ottawa student section, always one of the rowdiest of all the road schools we usually go to. That 3 no good, but the rebound is tracked down. Right on cue, that was Trey Spencer, and this one is thrown away, coming back our way, and that'll be an over and back violation. Turnover on the Cyclones, both teams with 2 turnovers in this game to start. Siba will check out, and Bodie Maslak will check in. And Bodie, we saw him. He got a lot of minutes in the boys JV game while you and I were setting up. And we mentioned that boys JV game would over the time limit. It didn't end until about 6 o'clock when the girls varsity game was supposed to start. And he played just about every minute of that long. Kipton Harder and a couple of these other guys, they were out there too. So how much will fatigue be a factor? Luke McRae also out there as well. And on the pump fake, back-to-back misses from downtown for Hayden Hole, but the rebound and eventually push down. Evan Askins Dietrich put down to the floor, and it will be against Bodie Maslak for his first foul of the game. McCullough going to go right at McRae. Stops, passes out. Askins Dietrich, no good, and a rebound by Lachlan. In the far corner, Luke McRae, and it's good. The assist to Nolan McGuire. Chieftains going to need a couple more of those to get themselves back into this one. Swinging it far to near side. Askins Dietrich guarded by Bodie Maslak, freshman on sophomore. Jace Morney trying to get around Luke McRae, backing him down, now passes out. McCullough changes directions. How about that? But a foul is the call instead. I thought that was going to stand for a second.
Yeah, I think he hooked it with his elbow.
Yeah. I was about to say, if that would have stood, that would have been one of the better plays that I had just seen. Just in general, that was a nice sequence, but the hook around I think was the call. So they got the big bodies of both McCullough and Trey Spencer down low for the Cyclones, and the Chieftains turn it over for the third time. So we saw the Lady Chieftains struggle with turnovers. 13 is the total they had in the first half of their game. Right now, the boys are not doing themselves any favors on turnovers as well. Blaine back into the game after being checked out earlier, being looked at by the medical training staff here in Ottawa. Seaton all over him as Maslak. His hands back to Jace Morning. McCullough, another drive on McRae, and an offensive foul on McCullough. That's going to be 2 quick fouls on the big senior.
Good defense there by Lachlan. He got in front of him, kept his feet moving, and McCullough pushed off with his forearm.
Definitely one of the bigger bodies out there on the floor at any given game, at any given time. Aiden McCullough, the 6'3 senior, first team All-League on All-State selection a season ago. So far, it looks like Lachlan McRae has been the one that's been tasked with guarding him. Hasn't had to worry about that right now. He got checked out with those 2 fouls. As the Chieftains turn it over once again, Luke McRae got his pocket picked. Now Hayden Hull trying to go down low to Spencer, but not giving anything up. As Luke McRae trying to hold his own underneath on Trey Spencer, the 6'4 junior compared to the 5'7 sophomore. Bit of a mismatch, if I could say.
Just a bit.
As they will give Luke his first foul, 3rd team foul on the Chieftains. Morning losing his footing, and another foul. And that's back-to-back on Luke McRae.
Second in less than a minute of playing time.
And he just checked in not so long ago and right back to the bench. Got to be checked out with those 2 fouls as he's being coached up by Coach Simmons over on the bench. McGuire knocking that one out of the hands of Blaine, and a takeaway here for the Chieftains.
Nice job by McGuire.
McRae, 3, no good. And a long rebound tracked here by Gavin Seaton, bringing it up the floor, and he'll try to go coast to coast, and he will. 2 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound so far in this first quarter for Gavin Seaton. Seba for 3. That's no good either. Fast and furious we go in this one. That sees the Cyclones lead by 9. 45 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Blaine, baseline drive. Contact, now the whistle comes in. Came in about a half step late. Don't necessarily disagree with it, but came in definitely later than I thought it would. The first of the game on Nolan McGuire, and the Cyclones, for what it's worth, are going to be in the bonus for the remaining 40 seconds. And free throws here for Aaron Blaine, the 6'4 sophomore. First one is money.
Checking back for the Chieftains, number 0, Luke Brewer.
We said it was Hayden Hull when he suffered that injury in the football season. It was Aaron Blaine that came in and was his backup at quarterback. In 3 games started, saw his team go 1-2, and would have been 1-3 if it was not for Hayden Hull coming in and playing heroics on that 4th and 14 play. Chieftains stopped that conversion. They would have won that game, but that was back in October. Here we are in January. Great game nonetheless. Great athletes. Great hustle there by Seaton. He went crashing hard into the unexposed wall over there. Glad to see he's okay. It's going to be a turnover against the Chieftains. That's number 5. And again, I'm just glad to see Gavin Seaton okay after he hit that hard concrete wall over there by the door. Whew. I think if you did that, you would be on bed rest for a good bit.
Or services next Thursday.
Under 10 this first quarter. Cyclones by 11. Morning near the baseline and stepped on the baseline. That's Chieftain basketball.
Chieftain's going to have a chance for the last shot here.
Morning trying to drive around, get around Harder. Never really had his footing that entire time, and it cost him. Turnover number 5 for the Cyclones. Both teams with 5 turnovers in this opening quarter. Ball in the hands of McGray. Trying to pass it to McGuire. Good if it goes for Morning, but it does not. So the Chieftains close the first quarter with their 6th turnover and are down 11, 19-8 to Ottawa as we head to the second. You're watching Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Chieftains with the ball starting here in the second quarter. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, 19-8, an 11-point lead for the Cyclones, and turnover number 7 for the Chieftains in this first half. Cyclones started out red hot, 5 of 6. They started the game from 3-point range. They've cooled off a little bit since, but still has put them out far enough to hold this double-digit lead. McCullough and others back into the ball game. Blaine, a drive and a kick, straightaway 3 on the way is good for Gavin Seaton. And his first from downtown and the 6 overall in the ball game. And now the Chieftains, you really can't afford to have many more of these empty possessions with the way Ottawa's been shooting the 3 ball. You got to find a way to answer. Over right in front of that student section, trying to get into the head of Seba as he passes back to McGuire. Down low, Brewer knocked away, and a foul is going to be called. And so we'll get that on Aaron Blaine for his first.
Cyclone foul number 5, Aaron Blaine, his first. First team foul of the quarter.
Ooh. Brewer. Count the bucket.
That's good by Brewer. Cyclone foul number 1, Gavin Seaton, his second.
How about that? Just go, find it to your big fella, let him finish it. Nicely done there for Luke. The assist to Lachlan. And Brewer finishes the 3-point play. Brewer coming in at 5 points, 3 rebounds, and assist against Baldwin. He was really limited in that game. He had 4 personal fouls. He was limited for the majority of the first half and a bit of the second half. And by that time where he really was able to come back in, the Bulldogs had already ran away with the game, so Coach Simmons didn't put many of his starters back in that second half. But he's got 3 here, trying to get the Chieftains back within 10. 3 in the near corner. Hayden Hole, my goodness. "12 points, all from downtown for Hayden Hole. Harder trying to feed it to McRae. It's still loose. Lachlan had it, but he stepped on the baseline. As he says, gosh darn it, as he goes back down the other end of the floor. And that's one of those wearing those bright pink sneakers.
You can keep track of him. Hayden Hull's wearing those. What are those?
You got like
bright orange.
You got bright orange. You got Evans, Askins, Dietrich in pink.
Yeah, I've noticed even in
Luke
the
Brewer with blue. Yeah, it's
even in the college game, you're seeing those wild sneakers.
You should see the NBA. Yeah. They got courts now that are. The Lakers have an alternate purple court, and there's yellow courts, blue court. It's kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, I don't watch it till the finals.
Well, if we had a team in Kansas City, I think you and I would watch more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a Miami Heat fan because that's where Mario Chalmers was eventually ended up at, of course. No, it wasn't because of LeBron James. It was because of Mario Chalmers, and I stand by that. Evan Daskin Dietrich gets his first points. And another takeaway by Ottawa. Their 9th turnover taken. And a lay-in is good. A quick back-to-back 4 points for Askins Dietrich. And Coach Simmons is going to take another timeout. And we will do the same. Back with more when we return.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
So that'll leave the Chieftains with just 3 timeouts. Go in the game. Coach Casey Simmons, second year at the helm, trying to see his team turn some things around. 6-22 overall as head coach, 2-17 against Frontier League opponents as turnover number 10 leads to the first points of the night for Aiden McCullough. Defense and offense for the Cyclones. Harder catch and shoot on the far corner, too strong. Colo on the rebound, he feeds it up the floor. Hayden Hole, he's been hot tonight from 3-point range. Let's Jace Morning have a try. He knocks it down. And between Morning and Hole, they have knocked down 7 3-point baskets.
Yeah, over half their points.
McRae, the lob to Brewer, and McCullough. They're going to get that on him, and that's number 3 on Aiden McCullough, and that's pretty much going to do it for him in this first half. For what's left of it, 4:38. As his father, Cliff, looks over at the bench in disbelief. Not seeing anybody get up yet to come in for him. There will be Roman Holthouse subbing in for Luke Brewer of the Chieftains. And right now, Coach McCullough is going to leave a Sudanian out there with those 3 personal fouls, as he's trying to bargain with the official as to why exactly was that last foul called. Rifled inside, bobbled around, and the Cyclones come away with it again. Turnover number 11, really starting to pile up here. 6 in the second quarter. Deep 3, Cart Clank. And Harder had it, lost it, and now Seba collects. Again, McCullough had to be really careful not to pick up his 4th personal. Now Lachlan with a little running floater is good. This game has been so back and forth, fast and furious. It's been kind of rare. We just had a chance to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Relax for a second. Third rebound for Lachlan. 5 rebounds, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist so far for the Dark Knight. Trying to rifle that one in. Intercepted again. Telegraphed more likely by McCullough. Askins Dietrich, no good. Look out, cheerleaders. Nobody harmed. And it's going to be Chieftains basketball. It's been really head-scratching looking at this boys team for the past couple of years. For Coach Simmons, taking over for Coach Jones, Phil Jones.
Yeah.
He took the program to new heights it hadn't reached in quite some time. And we know for Simmons coming in, prior head coaching experience, he was the girls' head coach at Lansing, had 89 and 56 overall record there from 2017 to 2021. A 2-time Conference Coach of the Year, 2-time 5A Coach of the Year, and 2 Final Four appearances. Just hasn't been able to get it to click quite yet here at Tonganoxie High School. That'll be Cyclone basketball. Yeah, and obviously it's not something that happens overnight necessarily. I think, it was laying the foundation a bit last year. You did lose a good portion of your seniors last year. I will you're talking Talon Langford, Owen Schmidt, Noah Carlton, Jason Byrne, Anthony Rowe, Jet Gilmore. Those guys, those were almost your entire varsity team with the exception of Lachlan McRae and Nolan McGuire, really. Those are the only guys you had returning from the team last year. But I think they were hoping for some better returns at least so far this season, and they just haven't come yet.
Well, it is a rebuilding year. There's no question about that. But, yeah, I think there were some higher hopes than what we've seen so far.
And many underclassmen continuing to get playing time. Harder to Jack Reichman. That's just 2 of them. Roman Holthouse that's in there, the young 6'1 freshman. There's 2.
He's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Somehow, Askins Dietrich still had control of that. Couldn't finish. And Holthouse able to get the rebound. Those 3 guys we just mentioned, Harder, Reichman, and Holthouse, again, in that boys JV game, we saw them play almost the entirety of that one.
Yeah.
Both were playing, all 3 of them playing well, too. As McRae just comes short on the lay-in. This is definitely going to be a year and a season that might not go the way that Simmons and the fans and the team have wanted it to go, but I think, just like the Lady Chieftains, look where they are now and what they were doing 2-3 years ago of playing the young freshmen of Alyssa Shawnick and Addie Schooler, Jayla Herrera, all these key players now. I think you're going to see the similar returns happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen next week, maybe not even next year, but hopefully in a couple years from now, we're going to be looking at this boys team and saying, all right, here we go. This is the vision that we've been looking forward to.
Getting those freshmen varsity time is laying the foundation.
No doubt. Second one on the way, and good. 11 points tonight for Jace Warning. Under 2 to go until halftime, 38-13. Cyclones have really built a lead up. Brewer at the baseline, threads the needle to Reichman. It's knocked out of his hands, another turnover. Back the other way come the Cyclones. Morning out to that far corner. Dribbling around, and the pull-up is no good by Seaton, but an extra chance collected by Leighton Thompson. Another offensive board for Ottawa. McCullough wants it, gets it, fires, just off, gets his own board. That's more like it.
That's why you follow your shot.
Well, I don't think you see McCullough shooting out from that far, so getting his own rebound and taking it inside the lane, that's more where you usually see him do his damage.
Yeah.
McRae, straight away, no good. And a tight lid just continues to stay on that rim for the Chieftains. Cyclones, it feels like you blink, and now they're 40 points in this first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games, the Chieftains have given up 40-plus in the first half. 15 on the shot clock. Cyclones continue to pass it around.
Hitting 5 or 6 threes doesn't hurt.
2 more points for Gavin Seaton. He's got 10, including 6 from downtown. Under 30 to go. About just a second difference between shot clock and game clock as McRae takes the shot and draws the foul. Leighton Thompson hitting the deck for the Cyclones. Good sportsmanship, helped up by Brewer and Reichman. And the foul will be against Seaton. That will be his second. And free throws on the way for Lachlan McRae. Starter in all 7 games. His team leading 82% free throw shooter. First one is on the way, and it's good. Well, he did have 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist against Baldwin. He also was tagged with 5 turnovers. That was the most he had in a game this season. Definitely something that he would want to try to correct and be better on going forward. Turnover bug has bit him a couple of times. Comes into tonight averaging 4 turnovers a game. A 7-point first half for Lachlan McRae, leading scorer for the Chieftains. Under 15 to go. Morning guarded by Luke McRae. Can't get by him yet. Trying to go left. Good defense here by Luke. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Shot in the near corner. Deflected by Lachlan. And that will be no good. It'd be a circus shot for Jace Morning, but it does not go. And the Chieftains will go into the halftime locker room. Definitely some work to do coming up in the second half. They trail 42-15 here at home to the number 12 team in 4A, the Ottawa Cyclones. We'll be back to break down this first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property halftime show.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVP.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
We're back here live at Ottawa High School. Halftime score of the boys' game. Cyclones 42, Chieftains 15. As we welcome you back to the White Birch Property Real Estate Executives Halftime Show. They're ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Give you some quick stats here for both the Chieftains and the Cyclones. We'll break down some keys to the second half and more coming up. We start for the Chieftains. Luke Brewer, 3 points, no rebounds, no assists, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Luke McRae, just 3 points in the first half. Going down, you got Bodie Maslak, 2 points, no rebounds, no assists. Lachlan McRae leading the scoring for Tonga. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As for the Ottawa Cyclones, look, they started this game with a hot hand, 5 of 6 shooting from downtown to start after a couple of timeouts taken by the Chieftains. You see Gavin Seaton, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's had 2 threes. Hayden DeHole, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He's had 4 threes. All 12 of his points coming from downtown. Jace Morning, 11 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. He's got, he only has 2 threes. He's been able to connect on. Actually, no, he doesn't. He's got 3 threes, so he actually has 13 points. I shorted him 2 points. So 13 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists for Jace Morning. And you got Evan Askins-Dietrich with 4 points and Aiden McCullough with 5 points. Round you out to that 42-15 score. And, you know, right now for the Chieftains, you're looking at the season totals. When they're trailing at halftime this year, they're 0-5 coming into tonight. And
they got a big
going
hole.
0-6, barring a really big turnaround in the second half.
Yeah, they've gotten themselves in a big hole.
Well, we've seen them in some particularly big deficits. My mind goes back to the game on the 16th against Spring Hill, where it was similar. They got down about close to 15-20 in that game. They had a really great second quarter, however. They took a brief lead in the third quarter, but then kind of exhaustion and everything kind of had the wheels fall off there in that second half. And right now, I think priority number one, you got to find a way to slow down this three-point shooting.
Yeah, you need to guard the line better.
Yeah, I mean, I think between that, obviously you got to take better care of the basketball. 14 turnovers, just like the Lady Chieftains had in their game. 14 first-half turnovers. That's just not a good recipe.
It is not
to come out with a win.
Nope.
And this is a team that definitely needs a win in the worst way possible. 1-6, 0-4 in Frontier League play. They're ranked number 17 in Class 4A East. They're out of a playoff spot right now. I know there's still time to go, but as of right now, if the playoffs started on Monday, they would not be. They'd be on the outside looking in. They really need to try to find a way to come through with a win, and sometime very soon. And as of right now, it's going to take a big second half comeback to get it done here against Ottawa. You're taking a look at the upcoming schedule. I mean, they're just like the Lady Chieftains. They're back home Monday against Pleasant Ridge. Maybe that's the game you do it, because you've won now, I think, 3 or 4 straight against Pleasant Ridge. You've had their number as of late. So, I mean, you can get it done there. You go on the road Tuesday at Paola. And for the Paola Panthers, look, I know they started out really good, 4-1. They got beat on a buzzer beater against Eudora on Tuesday, so they're 4-2. A team that maybe is struggling as of late. Maybe you can go in there and upset them. You beat them on the road last year in an upset. Yep. Maybe you could do it again this year. And then back home against Spring Hill before you go into the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament in a couple of weeks. This is a rough stretch, a gauntlet we called it this week.
Right.
Home Tuesday against Baldwin, now here on the road this Friday night against Ottawa. But this team has to find a way to, if there's one thing to benefit from a team being 1-6, 0-4 in league play, is you can come out in the second half and just be like, hey, what do we have to lose?
Yeah.
Let's just play loose. Let's try to have fun, and hey, let's just see what happens with it. So let's see if the Chieftains can do that coming up in this second half. They come out of the locker room. They're on the floor. We're about 2:45 away from the start of the second half. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Ready to get things started here. Second half action coming up on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan at halftime. Just having to take a peek. If you're a college football fan, obviously Indiana, Oregon on tonight. You know, really close game. First time they played earlier this season. It's a halftime score of 35-7 Indiana.
Oh, holy cow.
Putting it on the Ducks right now in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Unbelievable.
Drowning the Ducks.
What Signetti has done in Indiana in his 2 years, I mean, it's unbelievable. One of the best turnarounds in sports ever. I don't care what sport, which era. It's arguably the best, maybe. I don't know. It would have my vote right now.
Yeah, it looks like their quarterback may be the number one pick overall, too.
Could be coming to the Raiders. Who knows? We'll find out. We pick up action here in the second quarter, 42-15. Cyclones with the lead. A couple of bounces there. It falls off the rim and out of bounds. It'll stay here with Ottawa. They'll have a fresh 35 to work with. Luke Brewer fighting for the board underneath. Just couldn't quite wrangle it in.
And another offensive rebound by another chance, second chance point.
Starting five back out for everybody. This will play for the moment. Foul will be on Kipton Harder.
That's his third.
So yeah, for the Chieftains, I don't even think you could call anybody in foul trouble in this game because I think you're going to leave them out there just playing. And if they foul out, they foul out. But you go on. McRae has his face guard pulled down, still able to get the pass off to Nolan McGuire, who finishes off for two. Haven't seen that happen all too often, seeing the protective face guard get pulled down on Lachlan, but still able to collect the assist on that nonetheless. My goodness. That three ball nearly grazed the rafters here in the gym. That was a rainbow art. And then a turnover here for the Chieftains. It's like one of those things in practice where you just try to throw it up as high as you can and just have it come back in the rim without really touching the net at all. And that was impressive. The first from downtown for Aaron Blaine trying to get in on the party. During halftime, we're here right next to the Ottawa radio crew. Luke Queen, the voice of the Ottawa Cyclones for the local radio station, and he looked over at me and he's like, "We usually don't shoot it this good," as we both just kind of shared a laugh together.
Yeah, shout out to Luke. He's a great guy.
One of the best. Always enjoy seeing him whenever the Chieftains and the Cyclones play each other. Always usually during football and basketball seasons when we cross paths with Luke. Always great, always welcoming. They have it here at our current setup. There's always like this thin red table we always use. It's put here in the stands. It's perfect to help use for setup as They get Lachlan McRae for a second foul. Always
I
sharing
do miss
the
my
table.
padded chair.
You do miss the padded chair. I know. We're out here in the bleed. We're so used to the cushioned seats on the top of the crow's nest at home in Chieftain Arena. Like I mentioned, we're going to have our next 7 or 8 plus broadcasts going to be from home coming up here. So we're going to be enjoying the home cooking. Don't you worry. Nights like this really make you appreciate the brand new Chieftain Arena. How about the third birthday for Chieftain Arena? That game against Spring Hill, that's going to be the 3rd anniversary of the opening of Chieftain Arena.
And it doesn't believe, time just flies.
It's truly unbelievable. 15 for a hole, and Brewer able to get the bucket. He's got 5. It just felt like it was last year where it was opening up, and we had Baby J and Casey Wolf running around all the opening night festivities. It was a lot of fun to be there, and we have enjoyed calling Chieftain Arena home for the past 3 seasons now. McRae has a shot blocked by Hull, but a foul will come in first, and Lachlan is going to head to the free throw line for 2. Is there a particular moment that comes to mind as far as your favorite moment or big time play that's happened inside Chieftain Arena? And coming up on the 3 years it's been open now.
That girl's comeback this week.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You got that. Mine, I don't know. It has stuck with me for the longest time. The first time we did regional wrestling.
Yeah.
And we saw the young freshman Tyler Chris punch his ticket against Tanner Schleckler, who was the odds-on favorite to win it in the 106, I think was the weight class, and he pinned him in the region championship.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Yes, it was.
So I
We've
always
had a lot of good moments.
Yeah, I always think of Tyler and his moment. The girls' double-digit comeback overtime win this past Tuesday against Baldwin. That's another great one. I know it wasn't for the Chieftains, but Cooper Carr's 4-point play
I know.
Last season.
That was quite the individual effort.
It was something, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Lachlan, multiple defenders swarming him, and a foul is going to be on the floor. It stays at this end. You go back and watch that game. The Chieftains had a 6-point lead, and Cooper Carr, what's forgotten is he dribbled up the floor and he hit a 3.
Yeah.
Baldwin took the timeout. They got the turnover. He then knocked down that 3, hit the free throw, of course. He had a 7-0 run on his own to help the Chieftains win by 1. Something that can be overlooked from that game. Extra pass, Luke McRae. No good on the 3 ball. Another foul in the game on Luke Brewer.
Chieftain foul number 0, Brewer. His first, team's 3rd. And for Cyclones 23, Kevin Eskins, teacher.
Have that down as his second. Is that what they said?
No, it's first.
His first, okay. I had him down as his first. Second team foul, I think that's what I heard, or 3rd team foul. Yeah, anyways. Morning, Eskins, Dietrich, McCullough, Hull, and Blaine, the 5 out for the Cyclones as the ball goes underneath into McCullough. Able to finish it. You got both McRae's, McGuire, Reichman, and Brewer, the 5 out for the Chieftains. Lachlan driving a kick to his brother. Extra pass to Nolan. 3 ball on the way. It was lined up, but just a little short. These two teams will meet again in the regular season finale back at home Tuesday, February 24th. As McRae, fast and furious up the floor, trying to go coast to coast, but he just falls off. McRae again whistles and a block. So 2 free throws again on the way for Lachlan. Second foul of the game on Jace Morning.
23 Lachlan McRae at the line, shooting 2 for the Chieftains.
If there's one good thing to note, Denny, always coming here for basketball, it's always, a good time. It's all that. I will say I will enjoy playing these Cyclones, at least in the regular season, at home next year, because that setup for football, it is not very ideal.
It is not.
Yep. as long as if the weather's good, it's not bad. But if
Yeah.
the weather is cold, rainy, windy, like it was this past season, it is not a lot of fun to be out in the elements.
No, it is not.
Battling that. We had our canopy. I'm sure you guys probably saw us if you were at the game or if you watched along at home. We had our canopy up. We had
But
a tarp.
the rain was coming sideways. The wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour.
And it wasn't during the game. It was during our setup to get ready for the game. That was the most kind of irritating part of it. But we still managed to have a good setup. Even the Tongan coaches kind of wish they could have been in there with us. But we made the most of it the best we could, as we always do. Second foul of the game going to be tagged to Bodie Maslak. On the inbounds, Haskins Dietrich goes up and finishes. Cyclones knocking on the door of a 30-point lead, but are going to have to wait a little bit longer. And the end one play is good for Owen Seba. We'll have another glance at that on the instant replay. Just gets enough. High off the glass kiss. Can't finish the three-point play.
They're going to get Bodie again.
Yep. The third on Maslak and the 15th foul, so Ottawa, in the bonus here. This remaining 2:25 of the third. The big 6'4" junior Trey Spencer to the free throw line, only averaging 4 points a game coming into tonight. And he comes up short on his first attempt. Still looking for his first points of the game as well. Aaron Blaine checks in. Hayden Hull will check out. Quarterback for quarterback, if you will. Spencer's second free throw on the way, and good. Touched every part of the rim and the glass, but got it to fall. Sometimes it works out like that for you. Seba lets a three ball fly, and it's offline. And an extra effort. Maslak keeps it alive. Harder can't knock down the three. Haskins Dietrich controls for the Cyclones. And up ahead for Aaron Blaine, who misses the layup, but trailing behind and count the bucket for Aiden McCullough, who nearly crashes into the cameraman sitting there in between the cheerleaders. Now look at that sequence here. And I think if you're that whole thing, I think if you're Jace Warning, you want that layup back. That was an easy two, uncontested, but
I think he was thinking about flushing it.
It didn't look natural. Because almost the way it looked, and I know it didn't come off this way, but it almost looks like he put it off the glass for McCullough to get it and maybe do something with it. I know that's not what happened, but that's how it looked. So maybe he got caught up on the way in. I don't know.
Something wasn't right.
Fourth foul of the game on Kipton Harder in the middle of all that, and McCullough finishes the three-point play. 9 points in the game for Aiden McCullough. Almost every starter for Ottawa in double figures. As this is deflected out of bounds by Spencer. It'll stay here. 1:53 still to go here in the third quarter. Wrapping up the work week here. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan. Got a weekend. I imagine I see a lot of football in your future coming up this weekend. NFL playoffs are starting. Sad the Chiefs aren't in it, of course, disappointing, but it is also kind of nice because now you can just kind of sit back and you just get to enjoy the playoffs. You don't have to worry about the stress. You want the stress, but if the Chiefs aren't in it, let's just enjoy it these next 13, 14 games or so that are left this season. Another butt finish for Seba. I mean, you take it in the national title game, Miami and what looks like it's going to be Indiana coming up in 9 days, plus all the games left in the NFL playoffs. For real competitive football, we're talking down to the final 15 or so games before that long stretch to August. So enjoy it while you can, folks. As Jace Morning knocks down the 3 for Ottawa.
Let's hope the Royals can have a decent season.
Let's hope for it. Harder trying to enter, and he does. And how many of those did we see him knock down in that JV boys game earlier today?
Yeah, he did.
Particularly loves it in the corner. Really loves that corner 3 shot, does Kipton Harder. Extra pass, little low. Reichman had to wait on it. Now drives, just can't finish. McCullough clears out the board for Ottawa. Now Askins Dietrich up and under move with Seba trailing. Put back no good by McCullough. Spencer underneath and a chance to earn him at the line. Just relentless effort underneath by Ottawa. Their lead now sits at an even 30 points, 61-31. And you will have Luke McRae and Nolan McGuire checking into the game. And Trey Spencer right back to the free throw line the second time this quarter. As that's the 5th on Harder, so he is done. And some high fives as Harder and Maslak coming out of the game. Assistant coaches Connor Burton, Aiden McGill, and Riley Beach.
Shout out to Riley.
Shout out to Riley, of course. Hard to forget for Riley, a key part of that 2020 basketball team that won the Frontier League for the first time, and I think it was like 25, 27 years, or if not more. It was. Unfortunately, made that draw where they had to play Miege in the playoffs in the first round. And that team the following year, it was the senior years for Andrew Wilson and Zane Novotny, where they made it all the way to the sub-state final, just came up short at Paola. But what a fun couple of years of basketball that was to call here on TSL. Ball ricocheted around. Who wants it? It's the Cyclones that get it. Leighton Thompson and the Cyclones will reset. 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. Morning on the drive, lost it, and Lachlan McRae coming back the other way. No whistles, and Lachlan will lay it in for 2. As Lachlan McRae now with that last bucket at 11 points, he has had double figures in every game this season. What a stretch it has been for Lachlan. 3 down, 1 more to go here tonight. Live at Ottawa High School, 62-33, Cyclones with the lead.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Hi.
4th and final quarter here tonight. Cyclones a 29-point lead, make it 27 high off the glass, and able to finish through some contact. Good moves there for Bodie Meslak. He's got 4 points tonight. You know the Chieftains, once this game is over, Ottawa's still got pretty much their entire starting 5 still out on the floor, but Hayden Hold near corner 3, it rattles in. What a shooting performance it has been for Hayden Hold tonight. his 6th three-point basket tonight.
Man.
I know the voice of the Cyclones, Luke Queen, said they don't shoot it this well at all, but I'm kind of having a hard time believing him.
Well, we're bringing out the best in them tonight.
I guess so. It has been unreal. And not all of them have been like wide open here. There's been some good contested 3 shots. He's just been able to knock him down, which give him credit. As I think the officials looking over to the scores table, I think they're going to put the running clock on, I believe.
I don't think so. Well, maybe they are.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, there it
it's
is.
a 30-point lead. Yep, there you go. So we got about 6:42 and counting before we come into the end of this one. McRae catch and shoot off on the 3. Brewer with the board underneath. Put back no good. And a rebound taken by Hole, who gets tripped up by Maslak. Good sportsmanship by Seba to help him back up. You know, Ian made that point to shout out to Riley Beach here, who's just sitting over at the end of the bench right near us. You see him there right there on your screen. And, you know, I was talking about that 2020 season, and it's kind of crazy to just think back and look at how wacky that season was with the pandemic and COVID and all that. And no fans in some areas and players playing with masks on. It was
crazy.
It was a bizarre time. Chieftains played at home a lot that year, too, I feel like. It almost feels like a fever dream now. Hard to believe it was 5 years ago. Coming up on 6 years ago.
It was kind of weird for us to call games in an empty arena.
It was very weird. I always remember the first game of the year at Lewisburg, and we actually had fans that had traveled and were like watching the game in the parking lot.
Yeah, that was Riley's mom and dad.
And others, yep. A lay-in at the other end for Gavin Seaton. He's got 12 tonight.
Shout out to John and Nikki Beach.
Yep. Lane blocked by Spencer, denying Maslak. Cyclones continuing to pour it on here in this 4th. Running clock on and all. Spencer fouled, trying to spin around and get away from Luke Brewer. One thing is for certain, Denny, is that sports is 1,000 times better with fans.
Oh, no question.
I think that's one thing I definitely learned from that time, is that if there can't be fans in attendance, I'm almost better off with just saying, you know what, postpone it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Because there's just that aspect of that atmosphere, that electricity that's created. If you don't have fans in the stands, you can't replicate it with crowd noise being piped through the speakers. You just can't do it. Especially at the high school and the college levels especially. The student sections.
Yeah, good example of that's KU's come from behind overtime victory against TCU.
Yeah. You were actually, during that pandemic time, you actually got a chance to go to a game at Allen Fieldhouse with the social distancing and all that. I bet that had to feel really strange for you.
Yeah, it was weird.
McRae! How about that for Lachlan? Lachlan talking to the official about something. I think Lachlan wants a timeout, and yeah, that's exactly what he wants. He wants a timeout taken, and he's going to get it. So that last bucket puts Lachlan at 13 points tonight. Wants a timeout. It's a full one. Chieftains will take it. We'll take it with them.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Here comes the free throw attempt for Lachlan McRae, trying to cap off the three-point play. Chieftains left with 2 timeouts. Clock will restart here after this next free throw, and it is up and good. Lachlan, a perfect 3 for 3 for the line, and 14 points on the night. Over halfway home here in the fourth. Sounds like Tongi fans going to have some urgency trying to get back home here, since there's some snow in the forecast, perhaps making its way in.
Yeah, that's what the weatherman's calling for after 9 o'clock. So it's 9 o'clock.
9:04. I hope everybody here for Ottawa and Tongi fans making their way back home, I hope everybody has safe travels back. And now, I was wondering for Coach McCullough when he was going to make the change to kind of empty his bench. His starters have been out here, like we mentioned, we're already over halfway home here in the fourth quarter. This game has been well decided for quite some time now.
Yeah.
I think, maybe perhaps this could have been a message to his starters to say, hey, remember in the fourth quarter against Spring Hill and we were up 9 and you guys blew the lead there? How about maybe it's a message of like, hey, let's finish the game here tonight. I don't care if we're up by 30 points in the fourth quarter. You're going to stay out there. You're going to finish. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but I think it's a little abnormal, at least, for leave your starters out there until about the 3-minute mark, because now the whole line change is going to be made. The starters are going to be done here for Ottawa. Back at 500 on the season, 4-4. They'll be 3-2 in Frontier League play, and they will hand the Chieftains their 4th straight loss, longest losing streak of the season thus far for Coach Simmons and his team. 1-7 overall, 0-5 in Frontier League play to start. The lone win for the Chieftains, 85-72 on the third day of the Round Ball Classic in Garden City, where they faced Lakin High School. They beat Lakin 85-72. They've had nothing but Frontier League games since. They'll take a break from that coming up on Monday when we see you guys next. Back at home, a doubleheader against the Pleasant Ridge Rams. Another 3 on the way for Lachlan. It's offline. Rebound tracked in, and multiple bodies hitting the deck in front of the Tongi bench.
Got a foul.
The question is, who's it going to be on?
Yeah, who knows? This is a scrum.
I think it's going to be
there
against the Chieftains. We know that. It'll be Luke McRae that gets the foul. Another night that did not go quite according to plan for the Chieftains. One thing coming out of tonight is they're going to be happy that this week is over, at least. Taking your lumps against Baldwin and Ottawa within the span of 3 days, that is not very easy and very fun to have to do.
Nope.
But they did it. A chance to get back in the win column on Monday against Pleasant Ridge. Next Tuesday at Paola, and then a week from now back at home against the Spring Hill Broncos. 3 games left before having a week off and going into a 3-game stretch of the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament. Pass deflected inside by Roman Holthaus, but the Cyclones are still going to control as they get a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. 3 is on the way, and no good. Another rebound taken by Roman Holthaus. Lachlan stops, puts the shot up, and is fouled. And Lachlan wants another timeout. And I think Coach Simmons is going to override him and say no.
I don't think he wanted to feel rushed on these shots.
Lachlan trying to take a moment. He's kind of collecting his breath a little bit. You usually don't see Lachlan very... he's a very energetic player, but as far as like being animated towards the coach or something that, you really don't see that all too often.
No, you don't.
A little discourse there between him and Coach Simmons. He still goes 2 for 2 at the line. Leading scorer again for the Chieftains. 16 points is what he'll finish with tonight on those last 2 free throws. And this one will come to an end, 69-40. A 29-point win for the Cyclones in front of the home faithful for the second time this season. And how about that matchup for Ottawa coming up on the road at Baldwin, a battle of 2 top teams in boys basketball in the Frontier League. And let's go into the Brothers Market postgame show. You can check out the weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. And, again, it's just like it was on Tuesday, where we don't really have to get into the stats. The final score tells you everything you need to know about this ball game. And I think when it's all said and done, it's kind of, you knew this week was going to be rough. It was a gauntlet week. 2 of the top teams in 4A, probably more than likely 2 teams that very well could be represented at state. coming up in March between Baldwin and Ottawa.
Yeah.
You took your lumps. Now you get, you get a chance to kind of get the quick turnaround.
Yeah, well,
too.
yeah, and you get a lesser opponent. I'm not taking anything away from the Rams, but Chieftains have been able to handle them the last
compared
few times.
to the teams they've been playing this week. They are very happy to see that game against Pleasant Ridge come up, without a doubt. So they get the quick turnaround, off tomorrow, off Sunday, and then back at it on Monday and Tuesday and Friday next week. We will have the games for you coming up on Monday and Friday for you next week. As again, we want to thank everyone that has joined us here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. With that snow and everything coming, we are going to try to get out of here. We got a long drive home ahead of us so we can get back safely. But again, thank you all for watching. We are going to see you coming up here on Mondays. The Chieftains host the Pleasant Ridge Rams. Doubleheader starts at 6 o'clock, as always, with the girls' game. The boys' games will follow at about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the girls' game. Final scores: Ottawa 69-40 in the boys' game, 47-46 in the girls' game. They sweep the doubleheader tonight with the Tonganoxie Chieftains. We will see them back at Chieftain Arena, the regular season finale, coming up on Tuesday, February 24th. A little bit of time between now and then. Alongside Dennis Drennan, Principal Cody Witt, Athletic Director Josie Eastis at Tonganoxie High School, and the rest of our entire outstanding crew, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long, and we will see you next time here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.